Morning, everybody. It is technically still morning where I'm. It's 11:04. If it is morning, good afternoon, or a good evening, or a good night. Could be night. We're gonna do some more waifu shooter soon. But before we do that, I had an announcement. So, this. Oh, where is it? Hang on. Here we are. This just came, or not, it didn't come out. It just came on pre-order. It's pronounced the Durgabort, but most people can't. Legend of the Reincarnated Warrior Volume 25, light novel. This is on pre-order. It will be delivered on November 4th. If you buy from me, you get 10% off. Like, if you buy the pre-order, 10% off from me. You don't get this anywhere else. You won't get this on Amazon, too, but you won't get it, the deal on Amazon. Here. I'm still waiting for this to get pre-orderable on paper, by the way, not on print. But yes, this is available. I don't know how many people who watch my streams actually read my light novel, but if you are interested, the last volume of my series, my best-selling cultivation harem fantasy, is available for pre-order. The whole series is 25 fucking volumes, so it's the same number of volumes as Mushoku Tensei, which I thought was pretty cool. I did not intend to do that, but Mushoku Tensei is one of my favorites, and one of my favorite light novels, so it's kind of cool that my light novel has the same number of volumes as Mushoku Tensei. Okay. Snowbreak. We are back. We're doing more waifus. So, For those who maybe this is your first time watching me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yay.
So during the event, log and claim a free new operative. Yay!
Look at me, Adjutant. I'm coming. Phew. Made it for my debut.
That's a very cute outfit. It's a very cute outfit. So I am kind of. It is kind of cool that we get like a free fucking. I think she's a 5-star. This Azure Drift. Holidays are for the unabashed fun. Limited time outfits available. I really want to get them, but I also really don't want to spend money. All right, before we do anything, we're gonna grab all this stuff that we need to grab. A lot. There's a lot. Name all. And go back. Fence. Flame. Echoes of the Soul. New outfit from Mauser, who I do not have. I don't have her. But that's a cool outfit. Not like it matters since I don't have her. And then we go here. I actually have Ethan. I actually have her too. What I just got. Have her. Right, I think that's good. So for those of you who are maybe new to this, or new to watching me, I've been playing this game for, I want to say like 4 or 5 days now. When I first started playing, they dropped me off right here in chapter 14, so I have not played chapters 1 through 13 yet. I don't know why they did this. You know, there is so much content that I feel like I have missed. I mean, obviously, because I missed 13 freaking chapters. But there's so much, like, character development, lore, things that they'll just, like, name drop something and I have no idea what they're talking about. Chances are, if you are watching me for the first time, you won't know what they're talking about either, unless you have played the game. So right now I'm playing this one. In order to play from chapter 1, I need to have Legacy mode available, which does not unlock until I complete all chapters of Shuojo 2 and Philosia's story. This is Philosia's story. So until I complete Fragments of Truth, Concord Ode, and Defiance Bloom, I cannot progress the story. Like I cannot go back to chapter 1 and actually like figure out why the fuck all this stuff that I'm playing actually matters. It's a little frustrating, I'll be honest. I'm actually enjoying the story. So I really like the story. It's not quite as good as Nikkei. I think Nikkei Goddess of Victory is probably a better gacha game. Like just in terms of story and art. But I like this story more because it's got sort of my guilty pleasure in the fact that this is a harem series and the harem actually happens. Dan accused of first degree murder. What the fuck? What? 13 charges against humanity. Who? What? Right, she's wearing a freaking giraffe head. I forgot about that. At the defendant's stand, the girl in the giraffe mask sat utterly still, as if even the air around her had turned to stone. I mean, if I just got accused of murder and treason against humanity, I probably would too. A rush of nausea and vertigo surged through her chest. But what truly seized her voice was a sorrow vast and suffocating, like drowning beneath a silent sea. This is wild. What the fuck is going on here? Please tell me I'm going to object. And who is the Hall of Truth? What is the Hall of Truth? I don't know. I have no idea. If there are no objections, then By the power invested in this Hall of Truth, you shall... I object, right? The gravel of judgment was raised, moments from falling, when the door of the hall burst open with a deafening slam. Please tell me this is me. Here we go. Mata! Objection! I feel like I might be an ace detective right now.
あなたたちは
Anata tachi. So, anata tachi, you people. Anata is you, tachi is people. Tin Can, welcome! I appreciate you joining me again. I was just complaining. I have no idea what's going on right now. I mean, this isn't new for me. I've been very confused since I started playing this game, but... So we are Lizzie's defense team.
それと今回の事件捜査も私たちが引き継ぐことになり
More
ま
than
した
that. We're taking... So why are we taking over the investigation? Something happened. Did I miss something? Perhaps it was our sudden arrival that gave her the strength to hold on. Lizzie seemed to come back to herself. Her hands clutched the rail, her voice trembling with fury and sorrow. Why is she... Why is she still wearing the giraffe head, though? Like, this just destroys any sense of suspense I could possibly have.
私誰も殺してないよ自分の先生に手を出すなんて一番ありえないから
I believe you. Don't worry. I'll prove it. I'll clear your name. Just yesterday afternoon, she had seemed perfectly fine. Now here she was, standing trial. And as I watched that trembling giraffe... Give me a second. As I watched that trembling giraffe head at the defendant's stand, my mind wandered back to the moment we arrived. Okay, so we're getting a flashback. Hang on, I know this is a serious moment. She's just been accused of murder and treason, but I cannot take that seriously. June 15, 5:45 p.m. We had entered the airspace above the Academica Acropolis, and the aircraft had begun its descent.
愛しい分析待ち遠しいな私たちが現実で会う時がね
I'm not sure I want to meet this little lowly AI face to face. She kind of scares me. She's unhinged as fuck. And after what she did to Yogurt, I'm not too fond of her. Even though I don't necessarily blame her for being evil. That voice crackling through my headset mid-flight. It wasn't just my imagination. Just as Tao had warned, Edda's operations in Philosia ran deeper than we had anticipated. Whatever she was plotting, it was already underway. But no matter what came next, I was ready. I feel like I'm not ready. I was deep in thought when the aircraft dipped slightly. The shift in gravity was subtle, barely noticeable, but just enough to rouse Ichel, who had been fast asleep in my lap. Her body tensed for a split second, then softened again the moment she realized she was curled up against me. Oh right, it's this cutie. Are we there? Glancing out the window at the horizon, she quickly unbuckled herself and hopped down from my lap. She's like a cat. She's got fangs! Fangs spotted! Look at those. I wish I could zoom in. You zoom in? No, you can't zoom in. You cannot zoom in. Okay.
分析員の大胸筋硬そうだし寝心地がいいわけないもん
That's right. My pecs are rock solid. I think no, you can't even see it because I'm wearing a black shirt. Never mind. I was gonna do the booby dance. I could actually do. But this is completely off topic. But I can make my boobies, my pecs dance.
でも 一応検証のために一回そこで寝させてもらう。
Oh, so Frisia wants to test them herself. Feel free, my pecs are for everybody. With a dramatic huff, Frisia unbuckled her harness and hopped down from her seat, lips twisted in a deep pout. Clearly, she was still sulking over her earlier loss. I'm guessing she lost at like rock, paper, scissors for the right to sleep in my lap. A gentle comfort and some moral support seemed in order, so I gave her chest a light tap. Or I gave my chest, not her chest. I did not have her chest. Clear signal. Come on, Professor Frisia. She caught on immediately, her eyes sparkling. But just as she started to move, Ichol reached out and tapped her on the shoulder, eyes wide with innocent earnestness.
僕が検証済みだから教えるぞ。確かにガチガチだけど、寝心地は最高だぞ。
Something tells me Etchel doesn't get it. I can't tell for sure if she's naively believes this is exactly what Frisia's attempting, or if she's doing this to like cock block her.
ほら、イチェル、元気いっぱいだろ。
Yes, look at how full of energy you are. Poor Frisia.
そう言われても。ダメだよ、そんなの。これはそう、科学のためだ。
Right. Secondhand reports cannot compete with hard data earned through self-observation.
科学は実証でものを言うんだから。
I feel almost like a guinea pig right now. The only way to get it is through direct experimentation. Yes, I agree.
だから実験あるのみ。
No shortcuts. Empirical validation is non-negotiable. Okay. Frisia stomped her little foot, muttering things like scientific rigor and objective proof over and over, filling the cabin with a cheerful, almost comical energy. Etchel tilted her head, thinking hard. Wakaru! Oh, she's not gonna say Wakaru. I thought she was gonna say Wakaru.
言ってること全然わかんないんだけど、
Oh.
言葉全部知ってたぞ。
I totally understand every word you said. I just have no idea what it means altogether. Wow, she's dumb. She's dumb, but she's cute, so it's okay. Then you'd better study harder, Etchel. Watching her puff up with pride at that, I couldn't help but chuckle. I gave her a light pat on the head, gently teasing.
ガオ。
Oh, she growls. That's like the Japanese onomatopoeia of a growl, I think. Like a roar. Gao. She deflated instantly, her confidence vanishing like a popped balloon. Frisia, meanwhile, straightened up proudly, hands on her hips, doing her best to look authoritative, despite her petite frame.
分析員の言う通り。イチェル、ちゃんと勉強しなきゃダメだよ。なんならフリティア先生が教えてあげなくもない。
The adjutant's right, Etchel. You really do need to study harder. For you, Professor Frisia is willing to educate you. That's so nice of her.
フリティアの意地悪。
Oh, Frisia's mean.
でも勉強頑張る。
Study hard. Right, because the adjutant says, why is she so dumb?
あ、そうだそうだ。
Her tone was all sincerity as she spoke about studying, but those wide, expectant eyes had already moved on to something else entirely.
分析員はよく眠れたか？
Of course. You were pretty soft to hold. Even if I couldn't feel my legs for a while after. Word.
5分。分析員。私だって柔らかいからね。
You know I'm quite soft too. Yes, I'm sure you are. Is that so? Well, as Professor Frisia always says, science doesn't run on assumptions. It requires hands-on testing. I'll have to conduct a follow-up trial on the flight back. So,
分析員相変わらず飲み込みが早い。
yes, you've got a real grasp of proper scientific rigor, adjutant. So basically, she just secured herself my lap, or the adjutant's lap.
実験するのでしたら私も入れてくれませんか？
Ooh, Lydia's here. Since we're running trials, adjutant, how about one more for me?
柔らかさだったら私が一番かもしれませんよ。
She's got a point. I do think Video is probably going to be the softest one of the three. Lydia's voice drifted in, and then she stepped out from the cockpit, head held high. Yeah, she definitely looks softer than the other two, for reasons. As we neared the last stretch of the flight, she had ducked into the unmanned cockpit, double-checking landing protocols, and clearly found the time to change. The striking white exosuit she now wore hugged her form with effortless grace, a bold departure from her usual look. She moved with the poise of a swan, fluid, elegant. It was the new exosuit Professor Frisia had developed especially for this mission, the perfect blend of high-grade tech and tailored beauty.
そのあそこの
Well,
大きさは柔らかさに関係あるの？
do curvier girls really have better suppleness? I don't want to say yes, but yes. Lydia's casual banter had clearly stirred self-doubt in Frisia.
柔術を習っていたので体が柔らかいって言いたいだけです。
I only meant that I've trained in jujutsu. Naturally, my body's... I don't know if flexibility has anything to do with, softness, does it?
分析員さん、肩をお借りしますね。
Adjutant, mind lending me your shoulder for a moment? Yes. Or no, I don't. As she spoke, she lifted her leg. At first, the motion looked like a sudden downward kick. Is she gonna pin me to the wall with her leg? Because that'd be hot. But no. Her leg arced gracefully, coming to rest on my shoulder. That's also hot. I wish we actually got to see this. Etchel gasped, her eyes sparkling. She bounced on her toes, both hands raised in eager excitement.
僕も僕も。
Oh, she uses boku. So, quick Japanese lesson, y'all. There are several ways to say I in Japanese. There's watashi, which is like the generic I that everyone can use. And then there's boku, which is the more masculine version of I, often used by like younger boys, you know, between 12 and 18-ish. And then there is ore, which I think is the feminine version of watashi. So, her saying boku is basically like a tomboyish way of saying I.
僕、エイヤ姉にストレッチしてもらったから。これは愛知開脚だってエイヤ姉が言ってたの。
Enya taught me stretches. Ooh, she said this one's called a split. Is she gonna do the splits? Ooh. With a tiny huff, she lifted her leg up onto my other shoulder, sliding smoothly into a standing split with ease. Damn. I shifted my weight forward slightly to support them better, my hands steadying them each by a calf. Wow, that has to be quite the visual imagery right there. I wish we could see it. Careful now.
大丈夫。イチェル、すごいんだから。
Daijoubu. It's fine. I'm super good at this. She might struggle with books, but when it came to coordination and physical skills, Etchel was a natural through and through. Vidya, you okay? I suddenly noticed the subtle tremble of her leg, her smooth calf quivering gently in my hand.
いえ、大丈夫です。ただこの姿勢はちょっと。
I'm wondering if she just now noticed what this position is like. She let out a strange little giggle, but the moment our eyes met, Her hands flew up to cover her flushed cheeks. Yep, she figured it out.
恥ずかしいというか
Another Japanese lesson. Hazukashi means embarrassing. So if you ever say hazukashi, it means you're embarrassed. Embarrassing, huh? And yet, her leg had made its way up onto my shoulder without hesitation. Seeing how flustered she was, I figured I should offer her an easy out. If it's too much, you can...
いえまだ頑張れます
I've got this. Mara gambarimasu.
というか頑張るしかないじゃないとこれから分析員さんとの実験では大変なことになりますから
If she backs out now, she's gonna make a total fool of herself next time we do hands-on experiments together. Oh my. I wonder what kind of hands-on experiments we do. At this rate, the word experiment is going to be completely corrupted. Yeah. I feel like it's already been corrupted, honestly. I thought dryly, half amused, half resigned. Just then, Etchel wiggled her foot playfully on my shoulder as she glanced over at Frisia, who was now looking increasingly left out, and called out with cheerful sincerity.
フリティアも来てよ
Come on, Frisia. I don't know if
もう一
Frisia
人
can
い
do
ける
this.
ぞ
I only have 2 shoulders, you know? There's room for you too. I only have 2 shoulders. She even scooted over to make space. A simple, honest gesture of kindness. The poor Frisia. I don't know if she can do this. Yep. But somehow, that kindness only made Frisia's expression sink even further. Poor girl. Her brows knitted. Her rosy lips pressed into a tight line. And after a beat of hesitation, her voice came out soft and barely audible.
やめとくよフリティア先生は愛の字じゃなくてハの字くらいしかできないから
What is a 360-degree split? No fucking way anybody could do that. Oh, but Etchel just fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Oh my god, poor Etchel. Etchel gasped, eyes wide with awe.
ハの字棒が2本愛よりすごいフリティアすごいです
That sounds super advanced, Professor Friedia. You're amazed. No. She's lying through her teeth. Oh my god. Etchel. She even switched into full-on reverence mode, her eyes sparkling with childlike admiration. I bet she's gonna want to see it.
そうかな
Yeah, Frisia's just digging the grave deeper. Caught off guard by Etchel's unexpected praise as the joke went over her head, Frisia let out a laugh, part pride, part self-mockery. And right on cue, just as her giggles faded, the cabin door slid open with a soft hiss. Energy drink's been done. I'm trying this new energy drink. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. This is the first time I've heard of Rain. It's sour gummy worm flavor, which it doesn't really taste like sour gummy worm, but it's not terrible. It's supposed to have like electrolytes and BCAA amino acids, which are really good for you if you have the goal of building muscle mass. So BCAAs help connect muscle tissues, I think, is how it goes. He had officially arrived in Philosia, a frontline town under the jurisdiction of the Academica Acropolis. Water. A few minutes later, I stood by the shoreline, gazing out at a breathtaking view. The sky stretched wide and clear, not a single cloud in sight. A flawless, crystalline blue reflected in the shimmering sea below. White seabirds soared overhead, their flight paths sketching graceful arcs like brushstrokes across an endless canvas. Their sharp chirps echoed through the air, rising and falling, until the crashing waves swallowed the sound. Standing there, staring out at the boundless ocean, I felt a quiet awe settle over me. Its sheer scale, so vast, so deep, was almost overwhelming. Because I knew that beneath such beauty and grandeur lurked a force strong enough to devour everything in its path. Just like Velocia, calm on the surface, but far from harmless. Then, an elegant flash of white at the edge of my vision caught my attention.
分析員さん、
Adjutant, what is it?
周囲を一通り確認しましたが、怪しいものは見当たりませんでした。
And she's completed her sweep, no suspicious activity nearby. What were we expecting? Looks like the Academica Acropolis really is serious about needing our help this time. Even though they had approached us with rare humility, I still couldn't shake the sense that they didn't fully trust us. That's why I had Vidya run a sweep the moment we left the airfield, checking for surveillance tech and anyone watching too closely. Sure, with their level of tech, they had 100 ways to keep tabs on us, but Vidya's new exosuit, powered by Yggdrasil's latest tech, wasn't exactly easy to fool. I really wonder how these exosuits
一応
work.
学院側には悪意はないみたいです。
For now,
念のた
everything
め
looks clean.
見かける人も機械も一通り確認しましたよ。
No tricks that she could spot, and she scanned everyone, machines included.
フリティア先生が開発した新戦術装備、使い勝手が良くて助かりました。
Oh, Frigia-sensei, good job! Patch, 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 patch. And that's all thanks to Professor Frigia's latest design. This exosuit is amazing. As she spoke, she instinctively pushed her glasses up, the lenses flashing faintly as they caught the light. This.
これがあれば操作の
Oh,
目を
nope, she
かい
does
く
it
ぐって
on
の
the
専念
side.
も自ら操作を行ってもアクロポリス学院の技術に負けることはありません。
So with this exosuit on, whether it's counter surveillance or active reconnaissance, the Acropolis's tech doesn't stand a chance. That's a
どんな
bold
小さ
claim.
な痕跡も見逃しませんから。
Nothing gets past these eyes. Do you got the shine gun or something?
次のミステリー映画のヒロイン、設定はこうしましょうか。
So now that I think about it, my next mystery film's heroine Toy needs is she like a film director?
愛する男主人公は
I
ど
have
こに
no
隠れようと
idea.
彼女の目をごまかせないとか。
Her beloved, no matter where he hides, would never escape her sharp, watchful gaze. So, like, is she a yandere? Are you sure it's a mystery story? I'm with him.
推理物に恋愛要素があるのはよくあることです。まあ最近だとそういうのはダ作が多い気もしますけど、それをちゃんと仕上げられるかが監督の腕の見せ所ですから。
Sprinkling a bit of romance into a mystery is perfectly valid, isn't it? Sure, most mashups flop these days, but if I can pull it off, that is proof of your genius. Yes, this is true. Actually, I read a lot, and there are a lot of like mystery romances, so it's totally valid.
そうに違いありません。
Yes, I am definitely doing it. Well, you're the director. It's your call. So,
分析員さんは優しいですね。まあ乱暴な時もありますけどね。
Adjutant, you're such a sweetheart. Even if you do have a wild side sometimes. Oh, I have a wild side? Is the adjutant a little wild? Just as she looked ready to drift off into another daydream, Vidya caught sight of the other two approaching. In an instant, she adjusted her glasses and snapped back into full professional mode.
分析員
Adjutant!
イチェルと一緒に偵察してきたよ。
We've completed our recon too.
変なもの見つけたぞ。
Oh, they found something weird. Oh? I had originally only sent Vidya to sweep the area after landing. But of course, Professor Fritia and Etchel had wanted to help too. I wasn't about to spoil their enthusiasm, so I gave them each a section of nearby streets to cover. And now, it looked like their little side mission had paid off. What did you two find?
高くて変な
Oh
霧。
boy. A super tall, really weird giraffe. I wonder who this could be.
しかも人混みに混ざってた。
Right in the middle of the crowd, so there's just like there's just Lizzie's. I'm sure that's Lizzie, and she's just standing in the middle of a crowd with a giraffe head. A giraffe? In a crowd? I blinked, confused, as Etchel pointed off into the distance, practically bouncing with excitement.
分析員見てあれ。
Over there, Adjutant, that one.
こっちに来てるぞ。高いだろ。
Ah, it's coming this way. It's so tall. And look at her eyes, they're shining. They got little stars in them. And there we go. The giraffe head. I followed her gaze, and sure enough, a giraffe head bobbed above the crowd, moving steadily toward us. Stuck out like a sore thumb. Yeah, no shit, it stuck out like a sore thumb. Who even wears a giraffe head in public? Why is she wearing a giraffe head in public? That's... A memory of the mission in Zone 16 flashed through my mind. I'm assuming this is a chapter I didn't get to play, because of where they started us. That giraffe head. The first time I saw it, it was furiously kicking a vending machine. Hard to forget someone like that. I mean, yeah, she's wearing a fucking giraffe head. How does she see in that? Lizzie?
Huh?
The giraffe head in the crowd paused at my voice, swiveling around in search of the source. But even with that towering height, it was obvious. She still couldn't see me. After all, those big, round eyes on her mask weren't real. We couldn't actually see a thing, so how does she see?
誰かに呼ばれたような。
That's weird. Who was that? Tilted her head sharply to one side, and just then, I stepped up behind her and tapped her shoulder. It was me. Oh, don't act so surprised, lady. Startled, Lizzie jumped back with a yelp, the giraffe mask wobbling wildly on her shoulders.
あなたは。
Ah, you. What's wrong? Don't remember me?
忘れるわけないよ。ユーゴドラシルの分析。ごめん。その
Oh,
分析員お兄ち
I love Japanese onomatopoeia. How could I forget you, Yggdrasil's Mr. Adjutant?
ゃん。で、なんでここにいるの？
But what are you doing here? Koko iru no. So koko is where. Iru is exist. It means to exist. No is a particle that turns the sentence into a question. So koko iru no, where exist do you? What are you doing here?
ああ、この人たちって全員分析員お兄ちゃんの隊員なの？
And these three, are they your operatives?
分析員さん、この方は。
That's what I want to know. Who is this young lady? I was just about to answer, but Lizzie shot her hand up and cut me off.
ああ、自己紹介は自分でするから、分析員お兄ちゃんの手を煩わせないよ。
No need to make Mr. Adjutant do it for me. You got this? I don't know. I don't know if I trust her.
はじめまして。私はリジ。キリンと人参大好き19歳。162センチ48キロ。赤点取ったことないし、タバコもお酒もやってない。アクロポリス学院高等学部の生徒。
Hi everyone, my name's Lizzie. I'm 19, about 5'3", 106 pounds. Love giraffes and carrots. I'm currently studying at the Academica Acropolis Advanced Department. Never fail the class, and I don't smoke, drink, or have any bad habits. You have the bad habit of wearing a fucking giraffe head on your head to cover your face. That's a bad habit. She rattled it all off in one breath like a machine gun. Vidya blinked, visibly surprised, then adjusted her glasses with a faint nod.
はじめまして。ビディアと申します。
Hajimemashite. Hello. I'm Vidya. Not one to be left behind, Etchel jumped in at once.
僕、イチェルだ。イはイチェルのイ、チェはイチェルのチェ、ルはイチェルのル。
I am Etchel. Eat as an Etchel, Chell as an Etchel.
自己紹介ってそんなものなのかな。私、フリティアって言うんだ。分析員が大好きなフリティア先生だよ。
Do self-introductions really need that much detail? Well then, I'm Fritia, Professor Fritia. The adjutant's favorite, of course. I'm gonna say this, my favorite is actually Fanny still.
フリティア、ずるいぞ。イチェルも。イチェルは分析員が大好きなイチェルだぞ。
Oh, we can say like that, then I'm Etchel, the adjutant's favorite Etchel. You're the only Etchel.
待って、フリティアって。
Wait a sec, Fritia. Oh, she recognizes that.
もしかして、
name.
フリティア先輩？アクロポリス学院で超有名な？
You wouldn't happen to be that Fritia, would you? The Academica Acropolis' star alumnus?
えへへ。
Oh, quite the laugh. At that, Fritia couldn't resist glancing my way. Cheeks tinged pink, chin lifting just slightly, eyes sparkling with pride.
分析員、聞いた？私、学院では超有名だって言ったでしょ？
See, Adjutant, Professor Fritia is kind of a big deal at the Acropolis. Well, Professor Fritia is a genius, after all.
どんなに天才でも、私は分析員のものだからね。
But no matter how much of a genius she is, Professor Fritia still belongs to you, Adjutant.
うわあ、
Quite the statement.
やっぱり本人なんだ。先輩の論文と著作を読んだことがありますよ。どのアイデアも天才すぎてやばいし、学院の本部にも先輩の研究をしてる研究員と教授がたくさんいるんです。
A lot. Wow, so it is you. I've read your thesis papers. Your research is incredible. At the Acropolis HQ, tons of senior researchers and professors are obsessed with your work. Wow.
私、本人に会っちゃった。めったに姿を現さないと噂の科学の申し子ことフリティア先輩。
And now I am actually meeting you in person. The legendary reclusive gift of truth herself. And you look like... I have a feeling this is gonna end poorly.
何よこうって。
Wait, what do you mean by that? What's wrong with how I look? Oh, it's nothing. She had been glowing under all the praise, until Lizzie's wording hit a weird note, leaving her visibly deflated and slightly offended.
まあ、そこは気にしないでください。そうそう。
Nothing. Oh, right.
みんなは覚醒者なんだよね。
Well, manifestations, right? Yes.
この前は2人、今回は3人。なんだか入社したら熾烈な社内競争に揉みに揉まれて。
The first time there were 2 by the adjutant side, now there are 3. If joining the competition's gonna be fierce. I'm not sure I want a lady wearing a giraffe head to join my harem. What exactly goes on in that head of yours all day? I agree with the adjutant. What goes on in this woman's head? Once the introductions had more or less wrapped up, I finally stepped into the conversation.
宇宙人が退去して地球に攻め込んできたらどうなっちゃうとか、人間が超能力に目覚めたらとか。ああ、それは現実になったから妄想とは言えないか。
Let's see. Alien invasion. Reawakening of superpowers. Wait, that one's kinda real now, huh? With all you guys turning out to be manifestations and everything. I guess that is a superpower, huh?
私って本当にポテンシャルがすごいんだからね。
Speaking of superpowers, I've got a ton of potential too, you know.
分析員さん。ああ、間違えた。分析員お兄ちゃん。一回でもいいから、この理事のユグドラシル入社について真剣に考えてくれないかな。
I'm not sure I want this lady calling me Bunseki Oni-chan. I don't know, it just seems so cringe from her. Adjutant, my dear sweet adjutant, are you sure you don't want to bring me aboard? I'm positive. Right, let's put a pin on that for now. First, what are you doing here?
私は。で、こっちのセリフだよ。で、なんでここにいるの？
Yes, I should be the one asking that. What are you all doing? Well, obviously we're called.
当ててみるね。
Oh boy, she's gonna take it. She's probably gonna get it completely wrong.
ははーん。
Got it. At least she thinks so. She grabbed both sides of her giraffe mask and stretched her neck, peeking left and right the whole time, completely unaware of how ridiculous she looked.
極秘任務のためとか？
You're here on a secret mission, right? Sure.
学院にこっそり潜入して機密を盗み出す。
Sneaking
そんな任務なん
in
でしょう。
undercover, sniffing out the Acropolis's hidden secrets. No.
ユグドラシルを動かすほどの機密ってどんなんだろう。
What could be so important that Yggdrasil would send you
アクロポ
here?
リス学院の中に潜む秘密結社？ひょっとして大橋の下に潜む巨大怪魚？それとも学院の中心部で起きた心霊事件？
Maybe a top secret society buried deep inside the Acropolis? Or a giant sea monster looking beneath the bridge? Or a ghost haunting the Acropolis's deepest chambers? This lady's imagination is crazy. I hadn't even opened my mouth yet, and her wild theories had already left me speechless. There's that much weird stuff hiding at the Acropolis?
学院にいた時にそんなの全然聞いたことないけど。
So Fritia's never heard of any of that when she was a student.
フリティア先輩が知らなくてもおかしくないって。だってずっと本部の研究室に引きこもってて、町にはろくに来なかったんでしょ？
You're always holed up in the main research lab at HQ. I bet you barely even came to this little town, right? You know what? I could see it. I don't know squat about Fritia, but she does seem like a kind of a neat, a hikikomori, as they would say.
それはそうかも。
Yeah, I guess that's true. This is very
い
true.
やでもそんなに大変なことになってたらいくら私でも聞いてるはずだよ。
Wait, hang on. If anything that crazy was going on, there's no way I wouldn't have heard about it.
ああ、さっきのは全部噂程度のものだから本当にあるかどうかはわかんないです。
Ooh, that hurts. Well, it's mostly just rumors I picked up here and there. I don't actually know if any of it's true. I'm sure none of it's true.
はあ、
でも分析員さんなら解き明かしてくれるよね。
Oh. But if you're on the case, Adjutant, I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of it all, right? What do I say here? I couldn't see her eyes behind that giraffe mask, but her voice buzzed with excitement. In that moment, I'd gotten a better sense of just how kooky this girl really was. I mean, she's wearing a giraffe head, so she's obviously off her fucking rocker.
さて、前置きが長くなっちゃったけど、私に道案内を頼みたいなら。
Just to be clear, if you do want me to sneak you in, sneak us in. We were invited here by the Academica Acropolis. I rubbed my forehead. After all her rambling and antics, I'd nearly forgotten what I wanted to ask in the first place.
そんだけ？
That's all. I was hoping for something juicier. I shot her an exasperated look. Alright. Can you finally answer my question? What exactly are you doing here?
睨まないでよ。せっかくお兄ちゃんまでつけて呼んでるのに。
Don't glare at me like I did politely call you Mr. Adjutant. No need to be so mean. I don't think I'm being all that mean right
そも
now.
そもここに私がいても不思議はないでしょ。
Totally normal. Isn't it totally normal for me to be here? Is it normal for her to be here?
この前線町はそもそも学院の一部だもん。正確に言うと学院がデンドロンを研究するための開発基地ってところかな。
This is the frontline town under the Acropolis's jurisdiction, after all. Or more precisely, it's the Acropolis frontline research base for studying the tree. But compared to the other tree activation catastrophes across the continent, why is this place still so busy?
ああ、それね。数ヶ月前、汚染が一番ひどかった時、ほとんどの住民は一度別の町に引っ越ししたけど。
The whole town was initially evacuated a few months ago, when the Tytogen contamination was really severe.
最近、木の様子がまた落ち着いてきたから、みんな戻ってきてるの。
Lately, though, the tree has calmed down a bit and people have started moving back. So there's a tree somewhere around
でも
here?
ほとんどの研究が中止になってるから、みんなは活性化で起きた汚染を抑えるために働いてるんだ。
But
町には清掃しきれてない汚染エリアがたくさん残ってるからね。
most research is still on hold due to the tree activity since everyone's focused on and cleanup. There are still tons of contaminated areas no one's touched yet.
おかげでデンドロン近くの研究室なんか完全に閉鎖されて権限がないと入れなくなってる。本当にショックだよ。卒論を仕上げるために見学したかったな。
As for the research labs near the tree, totally sealed off. Only people with special clearance can get in. Such a shame. I really wanted to explore them for my thesis. Okay.
新キャンパス行ったらなおさら来れなくなったのに。
Hey! I did not expect to see you on here. I hope you're doing well this week, or this, I was gonna say this weekend. No, it's not this weekend, it's Thursday. You know what? I didn't know that either until I got the Streamlabs desktop and found out that I can connect my Twitter to the Streamlabs and stream live. It's kind of crazy. I'm just gaming. I finished my work, so I figured I'd relax. New campus.
そう、デンドロンに近くて危ないからって学院はもっと安全な場所に新キャンパスを作ったの。
So how's it going, by the way? It is pretty cool. I've actually been wondering if I could, like, stream anime, maybe. But if I did that, I probably would get kicked off YouTube. So I'm doing a multi-stream. So I'm on... Doing well, though. It's my reading week, so no classes. Exciting. Reading week. Does that mean you are reading something? What are you reading? Guess they decided it was too risky to stay so close to the tree, so they built a brand new campus in a much safer zone.
だから本部の学生はほぼみんな新キャンパスに引っ越ししてる。
Oh, it's just
私
what
も
the
あと
week
何
is.
日したら
Okay,
そこへ行く予定なんだ。
got it. I thought reading week was like your reading week, so you're gonna be reading something. So you're on break then. Playing Pokemon. Which Pokemon are you playing right now? Students started transferring back over a while back. Part of the last group still here, but I'll be heading out in a few days too.
これから学生の教育は新キャンパスが担うから、この町と旧キャンパスは大型研究施設に改造されるとかなんとか。
Sword. So, I'll be 100% honest. I have not played a Pokemon game for a long time. Platinum on my laptop when I'm. That's a good way to do it. So wait. So Platinum is available for a laptop? Like it's a PC game? Hang on a second. Pokemon Platinum. See? Oh, emulator. Emulator. Okay. I was gonna say, that doesn't sound right. Okay, emulator. Hope you're enjoying Sword. I have not played any Pokemon in long number of years. Long number of years. I think the last one I played was for the Game Boy Advance. Oh, no, I don't want to skip this. You chattered away, bright and energetic as ever. But something about it all felt just a little off. Nice. I'm assuming that, like, all of the Pokemons are still kind of, like, the same. Start off in your little starter town where you get your Pokemon, and then you head out and explore the world and collect badges and stuff, or is it different now? Ah. There are so many new Pokemon now. I don't even know. I don't know, like, any beyond... I want to say the original... Okay. Same formula as always. I may or may not give it a try. I do like the concept of, like, open world, the open world concept of it. And, you know, obviously with the 3D, with it being now 3D instead of, like, 16-bit pixels, it's probably a bit more fun to play. I might give that a try sometime. I do have a Switch, so I should be able to play at some point. I just need to buy the games. Why didn't you leave with the others? Why are you still here? Oh, it's not? Oh. So, that's the sword one, right? I'll look that up. Pokemon Sword. It's Pokemon Sword. Ah. Were you not a fan of, I remember you were at some point playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Were you not a fan of that? Because it was open world? I remember what happened with that. Okay. So, and this is the Pokemon Sword. Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. This isn't open world? Looks very open world. Huh. Which, where are you stuck? Let's see this. Dynamic Adventures, legendary Pokemon from the... Huh? Ah. So it's not like you can go anywhere and do any part of the story quest at any point in time. You don't have to do the others. You have to really go from one to the next. I do find that makes it easier. I will be honest, there's a lot of open world games where I get about what I'm supposed to be doing. Breath of the Wild was kind of like that for me. I wound up doing, like... Ah. It's a hard one. The only thing I can probably recommend is getting more health. Like, you know how you find those little shrines and they give you the challengers? Do as many of those as you can to get your health up. And then, oh God, I know there's a certain way to beat it, but I don't remember the exact way. There's a strategy that you can use, but it's been a long time since I played Breath of the Wild. I did Tears of the Kingdom recently, though.
それは
Well, Lizzie suddenly pulled out a potted plant from who knows where. They are pretty enjoyable. I will say I enjoy like the puzzle aspects of Zelda the most. So having like the little challenges in the shrines are kind of cool. But yeah, hit as many of those as you possibly can. Get your health up as much as you can. And then try again. You might also want to look up a strategy guide if you're having trouble. Do you ever do like strategy guides when you're stuck?
分析員お兄ちゃん、これ見て。
That's right, look at this. Mr. Adjutant, Bunseki Adjutant. I'm actually wondering if Bunseki actually means adjutant. About it.
研究室の先生から面倒を見てって頼まれたの。
Advisor asked me to take care of it for her. What kind of flower is it?
今日帰ってきたばかりなんだ。実は私、先生を待つためにここに残ってたの。
Yeah, I'm also really big on puzzle solving. I will say, if you like puzzle solving, and you have, I'm assuming, you have a Switch. Like you're playing Legend of Zelda, so I assume you have a Switch. You might be able to play Switch. Legend of Zelda. Of Time. Can you play the Ocarina of Time on the Switch? I think yes. So if you have, but you need to have the Nintendo Online Expansion Pass. Okay. I was just gonna say the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has probably some of my favorite puzzles for a Legend of Zelda game. Twilight Princess was also pretty good, but the puzzles were not as challenging or as fun for me. Switch, yeah, you need the on the Switch. You need the Switch Online plus the expansion pack. So, $49.99 a year. That's not terrible if you actually use it, but oh wow. This was the first Zelda game that I played, was the Ocarina of Time. Very, very, very old game for the Nintendo 64. I think they did a remake for the 3DS as well. But it's an old one. But it's a classic. Oh, man. As smooth or as clean as newer games like Tears of the Kingdom, but storyline. OOT is a... So they completely remastered this? Wait a second. Let's see this. Wow! Ooh, that's a scary smile. Okay, so this is... I might actually have to get this. So they completely remastered Ocarina of Time. If you have the Switch and you got the money, or, maybe someone on your throne can pay for you, I would definitely recommend giving the Ocarina of Time a try.
先生は訳あってまだ学院に戻れないって言うからここで会うことになったんだ。
Can't go back to the Acropolis just yet for certain, so we're meeting out here instead. I wonder who her advisor is. Come to think of it, when you introduced yourself earlier, you said you're in the advanced department, right? Usually, students only get assigned an advisor after they enter the research department or an official institute. man. It sounds like you have a whole list. What games do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
自分で言うことじゃないんだけど、こう見えて私も一応天才の部類なんだからね。
Well, not to brag or anything, but I am kind of a genius too, you know? I can believe this. You know what? I know that a lot of geniuses in video games and anime are very eccentric. I can believe that this woman with a giraffe head is the genius.
卒論の下準備をしていたら先生にプログラミングの才能を見出されてさ、誰よりも早く卒業したら先生の研究室に入るっていう契約をしたの。
I started working on my thesis. My advisor noticed my talent for programming and brought me on board early, so I'd be all set to join her lab after graduation. Exciting.
まだ卒業してないけど、実は先生と合同でフィロゾアの木馬って名前のプロジェクトを進めてるんだ。
And even though I haven't graduated yet, I am already working on a research project with her. It's called the Philosian Horse. I am assuming, since this is in a different color, that it is somehow important to the story.
おお、名前からしてもうかっこいいでしょ。
Cool name, right? No, not really.
誰にも
Actually,
教えてない
it reminds
か
me
ら
of
ね。
Trojan Horse.
私と先生以外でこれ知ってるのは分析員さんたちだけなんだから。
You know what? You are the first person I have told besides me and my advisor. No one else. Pokemon. Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing are both really good. Animal Crossing especially is really good, especially if you like really chillaxed, like really relaxing games. Like you just build your island. It's very fun. And probably the new Pokemon. Okay. I will say, she is fun. She's a little weird, but she is fun. I still don't exactly know who she is. The Philosian Horse. Okay, so you've already been playing it then. No, I have it for the Switch, and it's I won't say it's one of my favorite games ever, but it was definitely up there in one of my top 10 Nintendo games. I just find it very, very relaxing to just go around and build my island. Alright. I knew exactly where that name came from. One of Philosia's most infamous historical events. I'm gonna assume that this is somehow like a Trojan horse, like an alternate version of the Trojan horse event in Rome. The story went like this. Yep, unable to break through Philosia's defense, an enemy force left behind a massive wooden horse at the city gate. Yep. Literally the Trojan horse. Curious and eager to study it, the people of Philosia brought it inside. Only too late did they realize it was packed with armed soldiers. The invaders struck from within, catching the city completely off guard. Philosia eventually repelled the attack, but at devastating cost. Ever since, the Philosian horse had stood as a grim symbol, a hard-learned lesson carved into the city's memory. Using that name for a project, though, that's unconventional. Just what kind of project is this supposed to be? I'm actually a little curious, too. I was just about to ask when Lizzie glanced at her watch and let out a small gasp. Oh dear.
もうこんな時間。先生とは7時に会うって約束だから、そろそろ行くね。
Oh boy, okay, it's getting late. I'm supposed to meet my advisor at 7. I need to get ready. I hope she's not gonna wear that giraffe head to her advisor. I'm sure she is, but... Just then, Vidya adjusted her glasses. Her eyes narrowed slightly as they drifted to the plant in Lizzie's arms.
待ってください、リジさん。その草、様子がおかしいですよ。
Lizzie, that plant doesn't look right.
おかしい？
Okashi. Okashi. I actually want to look this one up real quick. Okashi. Meaning. Japanese meaning. Let's see this. Sweets. Sweets. Okashi. Sweets. So, huh? Okashi. That's a strange translation. Uh-oh. She looked down and froze. Right before our eyes, the vibrant plant began to shrivel. Its stems sagged. Its leaves curled, as if the life had been drained from it all at once. Oh dear. This does not look good. There's no easy way to describe what broke inside Lizzie at that moment. Even though her face was hidden behind the giraffe mask, I could feel it. The despair, the sorrow, the unbearable ache. I still can't take this very seriously though, because she is wearing a giraffe head. It came crashing down all at once, sharp and violent, like a wave swallowing everything in its path. Uh-oh. This can't be happening. I'm wondering why the plant's, like, dying like this. She staggered back, like the strength had left her body entirely. The flower pot slipped from her hands and hit the ground with a dull thud. Lizzie? I called out to her, but in the next instant, Lizzie seemed to snap out of her daze. She spun around abruptly, shoved her way into the crowd, and bolted off toward the distance. I shouted again, but she didn't seem to hear me at all. Stumbling, unsteady, she vanished into the crowd.
Oh boy.
Plant is dead. That's... Pretia knelt down and picked up the flower pot Lizzie had dropped. I glanced down at the withered remains in her hand. Was that really what triggered Lizzie's sudden change? But there was no time to dwell on it. I still wonder what exactly happened to the plant. Like, it was super vibrant when she showed it off at first. We need to find her. Oh, of course Vidya knows the way. Once we pushed past the crowd, Vidya quickly locked onto the direction Lizzie had run. But we hadn't even made it a block before sharp bursts of movements cut across our path. Metal limbs snapping open from nowhere, blocking the way. Ah, perfect timing. So many robots. Where on earth did these come from? I want to know that too. Stay sharp, they're coming straight for us, so what? Then I'll kick their metal butts. I'd have to. I don't know what's going on here, though. June 15, 6:15 p.m. The Academica Acropolis welcomed us with a bang. That sounds bad. Okay. So that is one mission complete. Honestly, most of these aren't even missions. I don't know if you play visual novels, Milk, but this is very much like a visual novel almost. I'm just sort of going through the story. That's Street Side. Oh, this one actually is gameplay though. What can I add here? Guess I'll add Fenny. Because I like her. So Fenny, Narita, and...
See for yourself how powerful the Styx envoy can be.
Vidya. And we're probably gonna use Vidya. I've used Narita plenty.
9 robots blocking the way at a time like this.
It's kind of
like
a
this on
VN.
purpose. Could someone be controlling them?
Like, they have
Strange.
these
If so,
gameplay elements
I
where it's
haven't
like a
detected any
shooter.
signal.
But then it's
That
mostly
guy's
like
blocking
visual
our way
novel-esque
makes me
storytelling. Switch here.
Justice is rising.
What kind of attack is this?
Disappear
What
in
the?
the dark night.
Oh! Alright, so she's a sniper.
Don't let me God. Fear the darkness.
So, I will say the gameplay isn't that good.
I'm ready, Adjutant.
But the story kind of hits a sweet spot for me, so I like it.
Absolutely seamless. Remove the excess, and the truth comes into focus. I already know what reward I want tonight.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Your real threat is me.
What's her... Oh. Oh, is she that like a distraction?
Remove the excess,
No.
and the truth
Maybe?
comes
Oh,
into
yeah.
focus.
So she creates like a... Uh-oh. They're not. Honestly speaking, this is a pretty easy game. Like, all things considered.
I'll bury you.
We're just getting started.
You mostly
That's
play this
it.
for the
I
story.
didn't even break a sweat.
So, nothing over here. And I'm gonna go with Fenny now.
Are you satisfied with
So
my...
this is my favorite character right here
Think you can get me?
so far.
Not a chance.
Thank you for joining me. Have a good run, and have a good week as well. If I don't see if I don't see you on a stream again. She's very cool. I like her a lot. She's very fiery and passionate, which I like.
Predictable. You're no match for me. That's it. I didn't even break a sweat. An opportunity presents itself.
Mission complete.
Perfection, right?
Next stage. The crowd shifted and surged around me. But to me, it was like they didn't exist. I kept my gaze on her. Uh-oh, poor Lizzie. Lizzie stood hunched over, trembling, as if her body had been drained of all strength. I'm gonna make an educated theory right now. I think the flower, like the potted plant that she showed us, is somehow connected to her advisor's life. And when her advisor died, the plant died as well. She was wrapped in sorrow, drenched in it, waves crashing in from all sides, thick and suffocating. What on earth had she gone through? Watching her like that, something twisted in my chest, like a weight pressing down, suffocating me. No, wait. It wasn't just a feeling. There really was something pressing on my chest. The moment that thought registered, I jolted awake. Did I miss something? I might have missed something. But after seeing the source of the soft pressure on me, my tense body... I missed something. Hang on. Oh, wait. Okay, no, I did not miss something. But after seeing the source of the soft pressure on me, My tense body gradually relaxed. I looked down, half amused, half resigned, at the familiar figure sprawled across my chest. Etchel, right? Oh no, Vidya.
分析員さん。私の分析員さん。
My sweet adjutant. Oh, my. Vidya.
あれ
Ooh, she might do a good ara ara. Thinking about it. Wait, she said ore? At the sound of my voice, Vidya stirred, blinking groggily. She fumbled across the pillow for her glasses, pushed them on her face, and looked up, dazed.
夢ですか
This a dream? So yume means dream. If you want to know what sleep is, it's nemu. I think.
それにしてもすごくリアルですね。
This one feels really real.
さすがは私。最近の夢、
Not
ど
bad,
んど
Vidya.
んリアルになってきました。
Your dream's quality is definitely improving. I'm pretty sure this isn't a dream, unless it's a shared dream. Without a hint of hesitation, her delicate hands cupped my face and gave my cheeks a playful little squeeze.
夢の中じゃないと。分析員さんをこうしていじめることなんてできませんし。
So it's only in my dreams that I dare mess with you like this, adjutant. So, am I just gonna let her continue to think this is a dream then?
分析員さん、頬がすべすべ。
Your face is so nice to touch. Smooth as a baby's bottom.
胸板はガチガチ。
Now, those rock hard pecs. Ah!
ここからが腹筋ですね。
There's only gonna be 6 abs. Let me count them. I don't think you can get more than 6, right? Actually, I've seen some people with like an 8-pack, but it looks really weird.
1、2、3、
Oh, he's got an 8-pack.
5、6、7、8。
Achi. Her dainty hands grew bolder by the second, wandering freely, lingering where they pleased. Worried things might get out of hand, I gently caught her wrist. Vidya, like a cat whose tail had just been stepped on, she froze up instantly, then practically launched herself off me. Oh boy. You know, for as erotically dressed as she is, she's pretty innocent. So, I take it you're fully awake now? I let go of her wrist and folded my hands behind my head, watching with mild amusement as color flooded her face. I feel kind of mean. The adjutant might be a bit of a meanie.
私、分析員さん、さっきのは、
Adjutant? That was just, Oh boy, if you want to touch me all over, you could have just said so. I swear, this guy kills me.
本当ですか
Really?
うん。その、
I mean... The words slipped out before she realized. The moment they did, she clapped her hands over her burning face, utterly mortified. Seeing her adorably rattled, I couldn't help but feel a little smug. I'm definitely a meanie. So I decided to toss her a lifeline. So, when did you get here?
昨日、分析員さんが眠った後、
So she snuck into my room after I fell asleep? She answered without thinking, and then it hit her. Her eyes widened as she scrambled to backpedal.
寝込みを襲おうとしたわけじゃありませんよ。分析員さんを起こしたくなかっただけです。
So she wasn't trying to sneak into my bed or anything? I just didn't want to wake you up, that's all. Not sure I believe that. Her face turned crimson as she cupped her cheeks. Like someone who had just confessed their own guilt was now desperately trying to unconvincing. I could tell she was just trying to convince herself.
だって午後にあんなことがありましたし、警戒する必要があると思ったんです。
And anyway, after what happened yesterday afternoon, I figured some extra security was totally justified. So I'm assuming we time skipped because I don't know what happened
ついで
after.
に分析員さん
the
の
whole
部屋の
incident
セ
with
キュリティを
Lizzie.
確認しようと。それから。
So I took the liberty of testing your room's protection systems, and then, under my gaze, her eyes darted away, and whatever confidence she had left began to unravel. She gulped, and let the rest of her sentence quietly die out, pivoting instead.
とにかく昨日の夜は何も起きませんでしたが、今日も明日も何も起こらないとは限りません。
Anyway, the point is, last night was perfectly peaceful, but that doesn't mean today or tomorrow will be the same.
引き続き警戒しておきますので、分析員さん、私を信じてください。
I'll keep watching you. She is pretty cool. I do like her. By the way, Milk, are you still there? I apologize. I completely missed your last message. Gave her a gentle smile, letting her keep her cover story. But her words stirred memories of the previous day. Right before we'd caught up to Lizzie, when that swarm of robots had suddenly appeared and blocked our path. The official report blamed it on a random programming glitch, but I wasn't convinced. The dream I'd just woken from resurfaced in my mind. Could those robots, and whatever happened to Lizzie, be connected? Was still lost in thought when a sharp knock at the door snapped me back.
分析員、分析員。
Oh, adjutant, what is it, Freetia?
フリティア先生。
Professor Freetia? I think they call her Freetia in the English version. It's gonna be so weird skipping back to that. Under my astonished gaze, Vidya shot to her feet so fast it was like she left a blur behind. And just as Freetia burst through the door, dragging Etchel with her, Vidya had already slipped into full demure mode, standing primly by my bedside as if nothing had happened.
なんでビディアが？
What are you doing here? Nande?
分析員さんを起こしに来ました。
That's a lie. She did not come to wake me.
そうなんだ。
Seeing her standing there, all calm and proper, Freetia didn't suspect a thing. But wow, when we're alone, she's a completely different person.
分析員、眠いよ。
Nemuyo, I'm so sleepy. Dragged here against her will, Etchel shuffled over, half asleep and barely upright. And right on cue, she tripped at the edge of the bed, and landed straight in my arms.
くんくん。分析員。
Ooh, we get the claws up close
いい
for
匂
the
いが
fangs.
する。
Smell nice, Adjective.
あれ？くんくん。くんくん。
Oh, the onomatopoeia for sniffing. Kun kun. Oh boy. She smelled Vidya. As Etchel stirred awake, I caught a flicker of tension in Vidya, her perfectly polished mask beginning to crack. Before things could spiral, Freetia stepped in, her tone flustered.
分析員、私わかったよ。
I figured it out. What did you figure
リ
out?
ジが残したあの鉢植えの正体がね。
I know what that plant Miss Lizzie left behind is.
マーシルに頼んで学院のデータベースを調べてもらったんだけど、あれは学院が開発した生命草ってものだよ。
So I had Mauser dig through the Acropolis archives, and it turns out that thing's one of their biotech creations, developed shortly after I graduated. It's called a Zophoros. Okay. Zophoros.
そう、生命草。
A life plant. I'm assuming this connects to another, like a life, and it was connected to Lizzie's advisor, which would explain what we saw at the beginning of this. Her tone was serious, and in her expression I saw a flicker of sympathy and quiet sorrow.
特殊な状況でバイタルサインを確認するための道具として開発されたらしいの。要するに特定の人物の死活がわかるものなんだ。
The plant is capable of forming a life link with a human. It was designed to monitor vital signs in extreme or delicate cases. So yeah, it was connected to the
あの
advisor.
鉢植えが枯れてるってことは、
And if it withers, that means... She didn't need to finish the sentence. I'd already put the pieces together. Suddenly, Lizzie's reaction the previous day made perfect sense. Just then, my terminal pinged with a new notification. Adjutant, this is Mauser. Your most reliable helper, Nya. Catgirl spotted. Her message ended with a cutesy cat emoji. I was just about to type a reply when my eyes caught the next alerts on the screen. 7 a.m. today. A brutal homicide occurred at the High Energy Institute in Frontline Town. Victim, Tia, head of the Quantum Sciences Lab. Prime suspect, Lizzie, probationary researcher at the same lab. Yep, Lizzie. Lizzie? Wait, and what's this photo? Wait, there's a photo?
タオさんが最後に教えてくれたことなんです。これについては詳しく教えてくれませんでしたが、役に立つかもしれないので分析員に渡してほしいとおっしゃってました。
That was the last message Director Tao asked me to pass on. As for this, you didn't tell me exactly what it is, just said I should give it to you. That you might find it useful.
使わなかった
Did you give me?
場合、目を覚ました後に返してほしい。
If you don't
との
use
こと
it,
です。
just return it to her when she wakes
あ
up.
あ、それからエッタの件でいろいろ助かるかもしれないから、学院に着いたらまずこの人を探してみるといいともおっしゃってました。
Oh, and one more thing. You said that once you're at the Acropolis, you should look for this woman. She might be able to point you in the right direction when it comes to dealing with Etta. The woman that T wants me to find is, I'm assuming it's Tia. It had been about an hour since I received that message. Instead of rushing straight to the crime scene, I used the time to make the necessary preparations and filed an official request with the Acropolis to allow us to step in. Because the moment I saw that photo, I knew this wasn't just about proving Lizzie's innocence anymore. This was also connected to our mission here. No matter what it took, we had to uncover the truth behind the murder. Right, because Tia was, I believe, supposed to be our contact. At least that's what I'm assuming. We don't know yet. Looks like we made it just in time. The charges had just been read when we stepped in. Our objection throwing the Hall of Truth into sudden disarray. Both sides of the jury gallery erupted in hushed murmurs.
一体どうするつもりですか?
Who are you people? What do you want? The Arbiter sounds a little nervous.
発言を繰り返すつもりはございません。
Yes. I am not in the mood to repeat myself. You go, Vidya.
しかし、弁護と捜査の引き継ぎなど、そんな通達は一切来ておりません。
But I was never informed about a defense team or a new investigation unit.
では、これで知りましたよね。この件に関する引き継ぎの手続きも済ませましたので、じきに上層部から公表されますし、私たちの資料も後に送付されるでしょう。
Well, now you've been informed. Official authorizations will come down from your superiors shortly. The paperwork will be on your desk before you know it. I'm gonna say
それはちょっと
I don't know if the arbiter is quite suspicious yet, but
ねえひど
she
い
seems
よ
awfully
ちゃんと
intent
捜査
on
もしな
blaming
いで
Lizzie.
理事が犯人だと決めつけるなんて公正を重んじて真理至上主義だったアクロポリス学院がこんなことしていいの
Tell her, Freetia, this is outrageous. Pinning the blame on Lizzie without even a proper investigation? I can't believe it. I never thought the Acropolis, a place devoted to truth, would stoop to this. I wonder how many people are gonna recognize her.
いいのいいの
Yes, objection.
待ってください。捜査は厳正に行われましたとも。真相がすでに判明した事件なのに、まさに公正のためにこうして審理しているのですから。
Very sus. But hold on. This isn't some baseless accusation. This case has been practically open and shut from the start. We're holding this hearing precisely because we value procedural justice.
事件が発覚した時に現場には被告人と被害者しかいませんでしたし、表記には被告人の指紋だけが付着しておりました。
When the scene
何より
was
他の人が現場に出入りできた可能性なんてありませんから。
the scene was discovered, only the victim and the accused were present. The murder weapon had only her fingerprints, and most critically, the room was fully sealed. There was no way in or out. However, I believe she was with us. Lizzie was with us when her advisor died. So, yeah,
それは
so, what do you mean, so? So you decided Lizzie's guilty just because it looks like a locked room murder?
推理小説を何冊か読んだ人であれば、事件がこんなにシンプルなはずがないと気づくでしょう。
Lydia Meta, here we come. Honestly, anyone who's read even a few mystery novels would know it's never that simple.
現実の裁判でフィクションの論理を語るのはおかしいかなと思います。それに犯人ではなく最も有力な容疑者として交流しようとしてるだけですから。
But this isn't some novel. You can't apply fictional logic to a real-life case. This is true. Besides, we haven't declared her guilty. We just kept her in custody as the prime suspect. Oop, then let me make this perfectly clear. There's no reason to treat her as a suspect at all.
その根拠は？
And why not? Because we have evidence that proves Lizzie innocent. Is it because we're her alibi?
証拠というのは？
証拠というのは、証拠というのは evidence. I wonder if that means evidence. Okay, we're gonna look this up. 証拠というのは I don't think I'm gonna be able to trousers. I don't think that's 証拠というのは Shokoto is trousers, so Japanese for fish. You know what? Fish. Like, as for the fish is trousers, that's not right. That's not right at all. Koto. What? What? Okay, I'm not gonna figure this out. Okay, we're gonna play again. That's right. Decisive evidence from the Academica Acropolis itself. We can prove that Lizzie is not the murderer. I let the words hang for a beat, then turned to the defendant's stand. Meeting Lizzie's eyes with quiet, steady reassurance. Can you meet her eyes? She's still wearing a giraffe head. Lizzie, I swear it on the very name of the Academica Acropolis. I will prove your innocence. We're getting into some ace detective stuff here. clamor. For a long moment, a thick silence fell across the stunned hall. Then, the Arbiter finally blinked, as if snapping out of a trance.
素晴らしい意気込みですが、学院の名にかけられても。
That was certainly stirring. But why invoke the Acropolis's reputation?
真犯人を見逃して無実の人に罪を着せたら、怪我されるのはアクロポリス学院の名誉ですよね。
Oh, I'm
そ
liking
の間違い
Vidya.
を正すのに私たちの名誉をかける筋合いなんてありますか？
Yeah, isn't it the Acropolis's fault that an innocent girl is on trial, while the real perpetrator walks free? Why shouldn't it be your reputation on the line? Exactly, good point. Vidya stood Vidya stood tall, sharp, commanding, and stunning as she spoke. Her gaze never wavered. Anyone who dared meet her eyes quickly looked away. Damn, when Vidya is in like work mode, she is intimidating. After reviewing our credentials and verifying the documents, the Arbiter wiped a thin sheen of sweat from her brow and motioned for us to take our place at the defense bench.
その確認したところ、皆さんは学院から派遣された特別裁判員で間違いないようです。
It has been confirmed that these individuals are indeed specialists officially appointed by the Acropolis to re-examine the case.
先ほどの審理中、予期せぬことが起こりました。ですのでこれより改めて審理を始めます。
In light of the earlier disruptions, we will now recommence the hearing from the beginning.
裁判員の皆さんに事件の詳細をお伝えするため、これより冒頭陳述を再度行います。冒頭陳述をしっかり確認の上、公平に審理にご参加ください。
These specialists require a full understanding of the facts, so we will begin once more with a detailed recounting of the incident. I hope that once they have reviewed these facts, they will proceed with complete impartiality. I don't know if that's even possible, but let's do our
それ
best.
では捜査報告書を提示します。
The court will now present the official on-site investigation report. The on-site investigation report is as follows. June 16, 7:13 a.m. The body of the victim, Tia, was discovered in the Quantum Sciences lab. Autopsy results show that Tia died of massive internal bleeding caused by multiple stab wounds. The estimated time of death is between 6 and 7 p.m. on June 15th. The victim was found slumped over a workstation approximately 5 meters from the lab's main security door, her finger resting on a concealed emergency button. Activation of the system deployed anesthetic knockout gas and fully sealed the security door. A second individual, Lizzie, was also found unconscious at the scene, having inhaled the knockout gas released by the lab's security team. Note, the murder weapon tested positive for the victim's blood and the defendant's fingerprints. No other prints were detected.
殺してなんかないよ。
Don't worry, Lizzie, I believe you.
殴られて気を失ったの。
Hacked. Someone knocked me out.
被告人、静粛に。
Defendant, please remain silent. I don't like this arbiter. She's
むやみ
mean.
な発言は控えてください。
This is not your turn to speak.
裁判員の皆さん、捜査報告書をお読みになられましたね。それで
Specialists.
も我々の判断が間違っていると思いますか？
Ware yo. Specialists, you reviewed the investigation report. Do you still believe there's a flaw in our... I slowly turned away from Lizzie and raised my first question. Can you confirm if anyone else entered or exited the lab at the estimated time of death?
それはないのですが、
Not be fully confirmed.
当時監視カメラは点検中だったため、他人が出入りしたかどうかは確認できません。
At the time, the surveillance system happened to be offline for scheduled maintenance. Very suspicious. We cannot rule out the possibility that someone else entered or left.
ちょうどその時にそんな偶然あるのかな。
Ritia is thinking the same way I am. How convenient. The cameras just happen to be shut down during the exact window of the murder.
信じがたいのはわかりますが事実なのです。それから決まった時間帯で行われた定期点検なので誰かが故意に監視カメラを壊したわけではありません。
It's unfortunate, I'll admit, but the maintenance was routine, scheduled well in advance. There's no indication of tampering. I think if it was scheduled in advance, that's actually more suspicious because someone would have known in advance that maintenance was going to happen and the cameras would be shut down. So that was the perfect opportunity to attack.
では利用される可能性はありますね。
Yep. Maybe not tampered with, but clearly it could have been exploited.
おっしゃる通りですが現段階の証拠では被告人以外の人の容疑を立証できません。
Not wrong, but as it stands, the available evidence doesn't implicate anyone else. All it does is leave Lizzie with the most to answer for. I will say it's a little too suspicious and convenient for me to think it would be Lizzie, even if I didn't know that Lizzie's kind of a kook. We were at a standstill, but I had no intention of letting this bog us down. Second question. Are you certain this was a locked room crime scene? Surely you didn't just assume the emergency button was pressed because the victim's finger happened to be resting on it?
それに関してはこちらで一度検証しました。現場は密室で間違いありません。
Did look into that, and yes, we can confirm the scene was, without a doubt, a true locked room.
ドリスさん、どうぞ前へ。現場の第一発見者として証言を正直に伝えてください。
Miss Doris, you may now approach the witness stand as the one who first discovered the scene. Please restate your testimony for the record.
わかりました。
She seems a little nervous. Under both my and Vidya's watchful gaze, a woman named Doris stepped up to the stand. Gave us a wary glance, then, voice trembling, began to speak.
今朝の7時頃に私いつものように研究室に来ました。
She arrived at 7 a.m. just like always.
自分の ID カードでドアを開こうとしたら
Her ID card wouldn't open the door.
ドアは完全にロックされていたんです。最初は
Okay, so the lab was fully sealed by the security lock.
邪魔されたくないから先生が施錠したのかと思って先生に通信をかけたりメッセを送ってみたりしました。
At first, I didn't think any...
一向に返事が来なくて変だなって思い始めて
So I figured Miss Tia had locked it for privacy, so I tried messaging her. I called her, but when she didn't respond at all, I started to worry.
だから警備の方を呼んでドアを強引に開けてもらいました。
Called security and they forced the door open.
そしたら部屋の中には
She got
机
inside,
に
she
突
saw
っ伏
Miss
してい
Tia.
る先生とその近くの床に倒れている理事ちゃんが
Tia was slumped over a desk and Lizzie was
あ
unconscious
と
on the
は
floor.
調査報告書に書かれてる通り
With
先
that,
生が
investigation report said Miss Tia was... I'm gonna call sus. Fake sobbing.
でも私理事ちゃんが犯人だなんて信じたくありません。
But no, I don't believe Lizzie is the killer.
先生の死にはきっと他に事情があると思います。
There has to be another explanation for Miss Tia's
裁
death.
判員の皆さんきっと証明してくれますよね。
You're the specialist, right? You'll find the truth, won't you? You have to. Doris looked at us, eyes full of desperate hope.
分析ドリス本当に悲しそうだぞ。
Adjutant, she's really sad, so she might actually be
イチェル
genuinely
にはわ
sad.
かる。
Etchel can smell it. Yes. Okay. I guess she's in the clear. I gave a small nod. This girl, too, called Tia her advisor. Clearly, she and Lizzie had been students under the same mentor.
証人 証言を繰り返すだけで結構ですよ。判決は本館と裁判員の方たちでしかるべき判断を行いますので。
You're only required to restate your testimony. The rest will be handled by us and by the specialists.
事件に関する内容で他に補足する内容はありますか？
Do you have anything else you'd like to add regarding the case?
いいえ、これ以上は何も。
Nothing
では
else.
裁判員の皆さん、
Alright, now
経緯を聞いたの
specialists.
で事件に対する大体の判断ができたと思いますが、いかがですか？
Having heard the full details, I assume you formed some preliminary conclusions. I have a general grasp of the situation. It's clear someone deliberately created this locked room scenario with the intent of framing Lizzie.
その通りです。
Sonotori, nope. The arbiter had begun to nod in visible relief, clearly expecting my agreement, only to freeze mid-motion as the actual meaning of my words sank in.
え？
Wait, what?
あなた、その発言はちょっと。
Specialist, what did you just say?
大胆でも証拠のない妄言でもありません。
You heard him. And no, it's neither wild guessing nor reckless speculation. Before I could speak again, Vidya coldly cut her off.
先ほどの分析員さんの言葉を覚えていますか？
As the adjutant said earlier,
文句のつけようのない証拠を皆さんにお見せしますと。
we can produce decisive evidence such that you won't have a single argument left to stand on.
あらかじめお伝えしますが、本館は権力などに屈しません。
Sounds
物理的に
nervous.
本館を黙らせるつもりなら、断固拒否です。
Just to be clear, I'm not afraid of intimidation. If you're trying to silence me by force or something, I absolutely won't back. Yes, you will. If you're not afraid, then maybe stop clutching your own head like that. I sighed inwardly and shook my head. Clearly, our dramatic entrance earlier had left quite the impression. But no matter. We indeed possessed key evidence that could clear Lizzie's name. To clear her name, the logic is simple. I only need to prove one thing. Prove that someone else was present at the crime scene, or prove that Lizzie couldn't have killed the victim. There's no need to unravel the locked room setup or chase after a hypothetical suspect. If I can prove that Lizzie physically couldn't have committed the murder, her name will be cleared. That's the heart of it.
分析員さん、
Bunseki adjutant.
すべてを決める証拠はとっくに私たちの手にありますね。
Had the decisive evidence all along. Yup. Biddy and I exchanged a glance. The evidence we're presenting is this. Present my evidence. What is my evidence? My trusty gun! Ah! We're gonna do the Wizard Zophorus. Present the evidence, Withered Zophorus.
これは
What is this? You recognize it, don't you?
アクロポリス学院が開発したものですね。
Yep, a product of the Academica Acropolis.
そうだ、アクロポリス学院の
Sora. Your product,
資
yep.
料ではアクロポリス学院生命科学院が開発したものだって書かれてるよ。
I've done the research. It's a biotechnological creation developed by the Life Sciences Lab under the Academica Acropolis.
登録番号 YXS9543 1年くらい前に開発。
Designation YXS9543 and was created just over a year ago. So Q San. So I'm gonna try to get this number. 9,543 is Q9 San 1,000 Q San 9,000 Go Hyaku 5 and then Hyaku is 100 Yonju 4 Yon is 4 and Ju is 10 and then San. So Q San Go Hyaku Yon Ju-san.
登録番号 YXS9543。
Oh, so they just do Q-go-yon-san. My bad. But 9,543, that is how you would say 9,543.
出願の時に取れたての血液で水やりをすると血の持ち主の生命力と連動するようになる代物だね。連動した人間が死ぬとこの草はたちまち枯れちゃうんだってね。
Yep, Q-sen. So you've got Ju, which is 10, and then Hyaku, which is 100, Sen, which is 1,000, and Man, which is 10,000. When the plant first sprouts, all it needs is a drop of fresh blood to form a life link with the feeder. And if that person dies, the plant withers instantly.
その生命草、もしかして。
Are you saying this Zophoros?
その通り。この草は被害者と連動済みです。
It's linked to the
あなた
victim.
たちが発明したものですから、検証の仕方はあなたたちの方が詳しいのでは？
Yep, and this is your invention, so I'm sure you know how to verify that.
それに、証拠はこの生命草だけではありません。
Along with, and that's not all, along with this Zophoros, we have visual proof. With that, Lydia flicked open a projection screen. Footage appeared in the air before us. A recording from yesterday afternoon when we ran into Lizzie. This footage was retrieved just before we arrived at the Hall of Truth, pulled from the Acropolis surveillance network using high-level clearance.
皆さん、この監視カメラの映像をご覧ください。
See for
私
yourself.
たちと出会った時から、リジさんは生命草の鉢植えを持っていました。
Lizzie was holding the Zophoros when she met us. And at that time,
しかも生命草はまだ元気ですね。
Zophoros was still alive.
ですが数分後、
Exactly. But just a few minutes
映像
later,
に表示された時間によると、6月15日の午後6時12分に草は枯れました。
at precisely 6:12 p.m. on June 15, as marked by the surveillance timestamp, this plant withered,
ということは、
and she was not in the room.
リジさんと私たちが話している間に、被害者が死んだことになります。
Lizzie was with us at the moment of the
6
victim's
月
death,
15日の午後6時12分こそが、被害者の本当の死亡時間です。
which establishes 6:12 p.m. on June 15th as the confirmed time of death.
そしてこの映像
And
で、
that, in turn,
リジさんは被害者を殺した犯人ではないことが立証されました。
proves Lizzie could not possibly be the murderer. So, now there's only one verdict left to deliver. Lizzie is not guilty. I'm gonna say this right now, I'm not crying on screen, sorry. Alright. We're all done here. Oh, what the what? Oh. A lot of stuff here. Gifts on the breeze. You know, she kind of looks like, Cartathea from Wuthering Waves. Hey. A lot of stuff going down there. Alright, let's do this really quick. We already did that. Never mind. Let's not do this really quick. Let's go to shop. This. Used to simulate a mysterious substance extracted from Titans. What is a manifestation? What is a stimulate manifestation process? Whatever, it's fine. We're gonna go to operatives though. I think, yep, I've got Freerin, my 5-star, my new 5-star, so I'm gonna train her to be level 30. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute animation. And then back. weapon. That is not a good weapon. What kind of damage does she do? Operative. She does thermal type damage. So she's a thermal type damage dealer. Okay. Honestly thought she'd be water. There's purple weapon in the event shop. You know what? That's actually a good idea. Let's go here. Shop. Oh no, event shop. No, wait. Maybe it is shop? Event, here we are. But I can't do that because I don't have this. Can be exchanged for supplies. Oh, no, wait. Maybe here? This one. Oh, this. Oh! The Ocean Mall shop. And her gun is, I'm assuming, the Ancient Nautilus. Which I need 100 of these to get. Or 150, so... I don't have enough. I don't know what this is. What can I get here? Can I get what I need? Is it this? This, I think I need this. I need 100 of those though, so let's go... Harbor. That's not what I want. Okay, so it is Bizarre Expedition. Oh. Alright, I guess I will really quickly do this just so I can get... Oh no, my team is low. This. Benny Pureheart. Freerin. And... I guess we'll do that. No worries.
Let's ride the wind and carve a path.
Alright, well, we're not gonna use her. We're gonna use... Oopsies. Not what I meant.
Think you can get me? Not a chance. Took you long enough. Kneel before your queen.
Yes, queen.
Already reloading. Take a bow. Egg gun. As if I need money. Objective complete. Big surprise. 10 out of 10, surely.
And I guess I should probably also get Fenny's. Because I think you can get Fenny's weapon as well. Normal. Battle start. Overall team level is low because I don't have life up to a good level. But
Mission first. Then it's just you, me, and the waves.
oh, she surfs!
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool!
here I go.
I like that. Oh, damn.
It's my turn. Don't blink. Took you long enough. Kneel before your queen. Please don't. You good? I'll glide. Yep.
Ooh.
Gun. I wasn't your first pick. I'll let it slide this time. It'll take more than that. Think you can get me? Not a chance.
It's actually a pretty cool attack.
Took you long enough. You asked for it.
Though her gun's not that great right now.
10 out of 10, surely.
10 out of 10. So how many do I have right now? I have 126. I need 150 for Viren. Cirrus, free Finn. I was saying Freyren, pretty much. Yeah, you know what? I really dig, like, her surfboard. That's kind of cool. No, we're not gonna bother with that. I was thinking, but I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste my my level up abilities on 4-star characters right now.
Think you can get me? Not a chance.
Woo! Oh.
I'm okay. I can keep going. Took you long enough. I should pay attention.
Uh-oh, I'm hurt, aren't I?
Let's finish this in one go. I wasn't your first hit. Own up now. Who knocked out my shield? More hits.
Benny's in bad shape right now, so we're not going to use her.
Running out of steam.
Uh-oh.
Leave it to me. Feel the area.
Shit.
No need to panic.
You guys, one more hit. It's much. You
Uh-oh.
ain't nothing yet.
Oh, snap.
Please don't get enough for one more hit.
Leave it to me. Fully loaded.
Look closely.
Ooh, what is this? Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can actually bring her out. Oh. That was actually kind of rough going, and I assume it's because I don't really have her
I'm okay. Just a
her
little warm.
built. I don't have anybody built, honestly. How many do I have? I have 142. Next stage, I guess. Just gotta keep going. What is this? What is this? Oh, do I have enough now for that? Ocean Mall. I do. We'll buy this. And go back to the Bazaar Expedition. Start. And I think what I'm gonna do, change this, and we're going to upgrade it. We're gonna ascend it. And we're gonna upgrade it some more. And we can't adjust until my adjutant level is at level 30. Okay, I don't have enough, so I can't modify it. But we can confirm. And then we can go into logistics. Alignment index. Max HP is 7. Whip. And then we'll train her. Adjutant. The company has updated the system for changing the talents of logistic officers. Now you can change talent 1 and talent 2, but you can only change one of them, so make sure that this new system excludes the specifically fixed basic talents of logistic officers. Okay. I don't really care to change it. I don't even think I can. train though. Yes, I can increase her level, and I think this just increases how much. Yeah. I don't have enough materials. Okay. Ah, reroll. Okay, that makes sense. Let's do this. So we've got energy. Dealing damage with the surface swirl restores S energy, while dealing damage with Tidal Strike restores 25. So at 100 swell gauge, increases final damage. So 20% damage increase. Operative with the Wave Hunt skill, damage inflicts the target with a wipeout mark. Sirius is equipped with the thermal weapon for 5 seconds. Let's see what this is. It is a thermal damage. Okay, it is thermal damage right there. Ronix. So, for 5 seconds after using support skill, grants the deployed operative an extra 2 Wave Hunt stacks. And then, while in Tsunami state, Tidal Strike hits targets and generates a Gleam Scale. Cirrus can collect the Dream Scale to increase Sea Break shield damage absorption. Okay. I don't know which one of these would be the best. But I always go for enhancements, so we'll do quick channel. Everything. I think that's fine. Then we're gonna do Fenny as well. I'm not gonna update her weapon, but I will go into Neuronics and node overview. Oh, right. We'll go. We'll increase the damage. Unless I can't. Cluster channel has. Cluster is already being channeled. Oh, but I don't have. Wait, can I not do all of these? What? No. What? Ronix. Can I only channel one cluster at a time? Okay, we're gonna do this now.
Mission first, then it's
See what she
just
does
you,
here.
me, and the waves. I've got this. I'm okay. I can keep going.
I do think she is a little better than she was before.
It's my turn. Don't blink.
Leave it to me. No need to panic.
It'll take more than that. I should pay attention. Yeah.
9 long nights. In the name of my own wounds.
I wasn't you asked for it. Cirrus, fully charged, ready to roll. I need a long
Uh-oh.
nap.
Got a lot of firepower.
Was it your first pick? I'll let it slide this time. As if I need money.
Hang back. Apologies.
Oops. Okay, so she's more of a support unit.
You asked for it. Already reloading. So, and I'm assuming by support unit, I use mostly her support skill.
Like, while others are... Oh, I'm dead.
No way. No.
Like, I'm assuming while others are on the field, I use her support skill, and that's how she's supposed to be used. Meant to be paired with Fenny Pureheart. Let's see if I can do that then.
Mission first. Then it's just you, me, and the waves. Think you can get me? Not a chance. I should pay attention.
Oh, but you know what? With how,
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I don't think I'm a high enough level for this one, but I think I get it. Yeah, they want me to be... I'm supposed to be level 55. The fact that I thought I was doing this at level 30. Not good. Okay. And I'm assuming this is Fenny's 4-star weapon. And to allow lightweight, it underwent a series of modifications to reduce weight and simplify its structure. However, to preserve the firepower, the original weight reduction target was achieved. So, is there another way for me to win? Optimize Heimdall. Prize pool. I can win something from this. What do I do here? Boy. Right. Ah. Was I using the wrong Fenny? Hang on. Oh, yeah, Coronet. So, there's Lionheart. Okay, never mind. I guess it doesn't matter if I get hers because I do not have Fenny Pureheart. But that reminds me, I think I can do a pull now. So if I go into operative. No. Pull. Where do you pull? Can you pull Fenny? I feel like... Echo. Oh. So it is this button. Alright, and there's Fenny Pureheart. And I can do this. We're gonna do this. Pull down Echo.
There's nothing holy about the Titans.
I don't think I'm gonna get her for this one, but I do have enough for another pull though. I'm gonna perform another one. Let's go. No 5-star.
I'm Acacia. Just Acacia.
We're just gonna skip all this. So we got Life and Acacia. And I don't think I have enough. Nope, I need 600 more. Ish. Guaranteed. It's 1 purple or higher within 10 echoes. What's the drop rate? So guaranteed within 70 echoes. So I need to do like 5 more. So I need to get 5 of these. This support skills. Use the support skills at the right time, and these are what you use for the pulls. So I'll do this because I really want to get my pulls. Start battle.
We are go. Stay quiet.
Okay. I need to read that. Give me just a second. We gotta wait until this support skill thing.
We only work with the best.
I'm assuming that's the support skill. Operatives off the field can use support skills to assist in battle. Different support skills can be utilized to handle various situations in battle. For example, Benny's support skill can knock back targets. Right, so that's her
Only
support
work
skill.
with the best.
Well, for the moment.
We only work with the best.
Am I trying to do something here? Skill, push the target. Push the target. Off.
We only work
There.
with the best.
Okay. Target's been pushed
Enemy
off the
forces.
platform. Enter the yellow. Oh, I need a.
And cut. I'm sure you'll enjoy watching the playback.
I think what's really interesting about this game is that they have multiple variations of the same character. So I feel like every character has like their 4-star variant and then their 5-star variants. Considering I've never done the tutorial, I probably should do this so I at
Move
least
out.
know what I'm doing.
Maintain formation.
So weak spots. Example, while has crit damage and can be used to defeat the enemy faster.
Enemy
I'm assuming.
forces. Objective complete. Awaiting orders.
Near them. So if I just keep doing this, I'll get 50 of
Celebrate.
those
Why?
50 of those things I need to do. And Honkai Impact 3rd is Hoyo's very first game, if I'm remembering right. Which I never played. I didn't even get into gacha games until Genshin Impact. But I did play that for a long time. I'm still playing that.
We are
but
go.
It's
Stay
less.
quiet.
Some special enemies are difficult to defeat with conventional methods and require destruction of key parts first, after which it is possible to significantly reduce their HP.
Enemy forces.
Yeah.
Feel the area. Fire.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Target down.
There.
Objective complete. Awaiting orders. Celebrate.
Yeah, I think
Why?
I got several on the actual gameplay itself. Right now I'm doing this just because I feel like it's the fastest way to get it. As much as that is possible. I need how much do I have? I have 1,200, so I need 400 more. So if I just keep doing this, I should get 400.
Move out.
Unless
Maintain
they
formation.
Invulnerability to surround the enemy targets requires priority destruction before damage can be dealt. Shrine has a set durability. Various weapon types have different effects on it, with pistol effect being the worst and shotgun being the best. So if I want to do this...
Seal the area. Fire.
No, I need to do this first.
Fully loaded. Target down.
So destroy this, and yes, now we can do this.
Took you long enough. We have
Okay,
extras
now,
on set.
boom, boom. And shotgun is the
Objective
best
complete.
at shields.
Big surprise. Take a bow. Exit stage right.
Okay. That was easy. Or HI third
moving.
was Gun Girls Z. I've never even heard of Gun Girls Z. Gun Girls, that's a new one to me. Okay, so got 2 more. I'm not gonna get my 400, but I will at least get another 100.
Could be a lot of hostiles ahead, everyone. Be
Okay,
careful.
some operative skills can be effectively interrupt them. Interrupted the are effective ineffective verb. So I need to interrupt the enemies 2 times.
It's like they don't even
So you
calculate
interrupt
their odds
with-
of success.
That.
No one tell you not to play with fire?
There. I'm done.
Yes, as my models predicted.
Did they really? You know, Genshin was like a game changer for gacha entirely. Eyelash. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get the eyelash out of my eye. You can't really see from up there, but I've got very long eyelashes, and they get in my eyes sometimes. And so until part 2, I don't know what happened on part 2, but no, Genshin was like a huge game changer for the gacha games in general. Like, I just feel like you know, ever since then, having like the open world immersive kind of RPG-esque storytelling is what we now see the vast majority of because of Genshin. HI3 stories remember that people being Hershers was something special, then everyone and their mother was one. So I don't know what a Hersher is, but I assume they're like the special characters, like something that's very unique. That reminds me of when I used to play this game called Star Wars Galaxies, Jump to Lightspeed. In Star Wars Galaxies, being a Jedi was something that you had to work toward. Like, it took a long ass time to become a Jedi. I spent like 4 months just grinding my ass off to get the Jedi. But then like a month after I became a Jedi became a class that you could just be just at the start. You could just choose to be a Jedi.
I'll try my best.
And immediately after that, like, a bunch of people quit, and now nobody knows Star Wars Galaxies was even a thing. Fighting an enemy with thicker armor, bullets J fail to cause damage. Yep. Next tip. First weapon type. Sniper rifle. It's still assault rifle. Machine gun. So unlike Genshin's Archons, Archers felt really powerful.
Took you long enough.
So like, how so?
So objective complete. Big surprise. And cut. I'm sure you'll enjoy watching the playback.
Power creeping is always unavoidable in games like that. Or in most games, honestly. Alright, so we now have, I think we got 1,300. 1,300. So, I can get anything else from that. We'll go to this now, main story. Oh! June 16, 11:12 a.m. We arrived at the High Energy Research Institute. Of Thunder won't be stopped by... So, what exactly are Hershers? Like, are they like the gods of Honkai Third Impact? Really quickly, we're gonna do this. Thunder. Ultimate. Let's see this. Let's... Raiden May. So basically, this is like the Raiden Shogun of the third of Honkai. This is basically the Raiden Shogun. Raiden AI. Huh. You can kind of... Be powerful. Huh. You know, with Hoyo in general, they reuse their characters a crap ton load across all of their games. Like, so I think Raiden May is also Raiden Shogun and Genshin, and maybe Acheron? Maybe. I mean, Raiden Shogun just pulls out her Booba sword, which admittedly I like a lot better. But I will say that does look more powerful. Right, and that's what I was thinking. Acheron was Honkai Star Rail's version of Shogun. But you know, there's also Bronya. Like, I don't know who Bronya would be in Genshin, but in Star Rail, you got Bronya, and then I think Bronya is also in Third Impact, though I've never played, so the Acropolis examined the Zophoros, verifying that it had been bound to Miss Tia, that its withering was indeed caused by her death. I will say, pulling a dragon out is pretty cool. I still like the Booba sword aesthetic, though. Yeah. So, Bronya and Seal are, like, both in Third Impact and SHSR. I don't know. I don't think they're in Genshin. So her Sure of Reason is basically like Moika. Like, I'm assuming the bike is her ultimate, though. I'm assuming you mean a motorcycle. That was exactly why we were here. Still, I couldn't help but recall something Professor Fritia had said back on the aircraft.
アクロポリス学院は無法地帯じゃないんだから簡単に事件が起こったりしないの
After all, the Academica Acropolis isn't some lawless wasteland. It's a respected sanctuary of knowledge. Famous last words, huh? I glanced around instinctively, but Fritia was nowhere in sight. After the verdict, she had exchanged a few words with Lizzie and then left with her for the temporary lab setup. Before she went, she flashed me a confident smile and promised a surprise. So for now, I continued on with only Vidya and Etchel, but just as we stepped into the corridor... That sounds bad. Urasai! So... Fight it and attack it. So, yeah, it's... So, literally, the Hercher of Reason is Moika. A shrill alarm, or Moika is the Hercher of Reason. There's Genshin versions of the Hercher. A shrill alarm blared on repeat, echoing down the hallway. Etchel scowled, flashing her sharp little fangs as she looked around in annoyance. Just then, Doris, who had been falling close behind, rushed forward and quickly disabled the alarm at the corridor entrance. Since Lizzie had left with Fritia, we had asked Doris to assist with the site investigation.
ごめんなさい
Where is Ice and Bron? Got it. So, and I think Bronya in HSR is Wind, if I'm not... I have her, but because I haven't played HSR in so long, I haven't used her and I forgot who a lot of them were.
この
What
フロア
triggered the
の安全
alarm?
装置が作動しちゃったんです。出入りする人をスキャンして危険な武器と道具を感知したら鳴り出すんです。
It's the floor's security system. It automatically scans everyone entering or exiting. If it detects weapons or anything dangerous, it sounds the alarm. Mommy Bronya. Mommy Bronya. That's a weird... I don't know what to think of that. Mommy Bronya, huh? Doris wore an uneasy, almost apologetic look. Vidya and I exchanged an awkward glance. I cleared my throat and turned back to Doris. As security specialists, it's reasonable for us to carry a few protective tools. Wouldn't you say?
はい、もちろんです。
Yes, absolutely. I'm pretty sure we're packing some serious heat, though. She nodded in reply, clearly flustered.
ついてきてください。先生の研究室はこちらになります。
So what makes Bronya a mommy in Honkai Impact? Because in Honkai Star Rail, she's kind of like sort of a brat at first. She's kind of bratty. Please, this way. Miss Tia's lab is just down the hall. At the mention of Miss Tia, Doris's mood visibly sank. Ron, over. Definitely gorgeous. I do like that look in her eyes. To start. Normal Bronya's a lowly Bronya. This is her, I'm assuming. I prefer this Bronya. Etchel had already evaluated Ray's grief. By all appearances, it was genuine. Some were not so great at socializing. Etchel's instincts were razor sharp. He could read people better than most. So, just from reading this little bit right here, I'm gonna say that this might be a red herring. And Dory might really be the killer. Still, couldn't rule Dory out. Ill grief or not, she was the one who found the body first.
分析員さん、あの安全装置がずっと稼働していたのなら、外から武器をこのフロアに持ち込めないということになりますよね。
Right, if the security system's been active the whole time, then it would no outside weapons could have been brought onto. Vidya, who had been deep in thought since the alarm went off, turned to me.
つまり、凶器は元からこのフロアにあったものなんでしょうか。
Right, so the murder weapon had to be something that was already here. Exactly, and because of that same system, the killer couldn't sneak it back out, so they likely left it behind. Back at the Hall of Truth, we had only been given a preliminary version of the investigation report. It mentioned the victim had been stabbed with a sharp object, but the exact murder weapon still hadn't been identified. That was likely to be one of the focuses of this investigation. Okay. Soon, we reached the lab entrance. On our way down the corridor, I caught a glimpse of the floor's emergency exit map. There were 3 labs on this level: Heightened Sciences, Quantum Sciences, and Life Sciences. Tia, Lizzie's advisor, had been head of the Quantum Sciences lab. These are the only 3 labs on this floor?
はい。
Hi, yes, hi. She stopped in front of the Quantum Sciences lab and pulled out her ID card.
待ってください。このドア、確か証言で。
Wait, this door. I remember from your testimony.
邪魔されたくないから、先生が施錠したのかと思って、先生に通信をかけたり、メッセを送ってみたりしました。でも、一向に返事が来なくて、変だなって思い始めて。
So, like, then a Hersher doesn't start off as a Hersher. They're just like a regular person, and then they awaken to their powers.
だから警備の方を呼んで、ドアを強引に開けてもらいました。はい。
Yes.
確かに今朝、警備の方に ドアを開けてもらいました。
So security broke it open that morning.
でもその後すぐに新しいドアに交換されました。
Afterward, they installed a new door. That's a remarkably fast turnaround.
それに
And that's not all. With a soft beep, the door slid open as Doris swiped her card. What greeted us inside was unsettlingly pristine.
これって
Wait a second.
現場がきれいさっぱり清掃されちゃってますよ。
This seems oddly, I don't want to say unprofessional, but yeah, it's very unprofessional to clean up a scene when we haven't even properly investigated it.
おー、イチェルの部屋よりも綺麗だぞ。
Something tells me Etchel's room is actually stupidly dirty. Oh, your room has never really been that messy. Oh, it's not dirty because I tidy it up behind her back all the time. Okay. Suppressing the urge to say that out loud, I turned toward Doris, frowning.
それは
She fought to keep her voice steady, grief flickering behind her eyes.
先生が亡くなりましたが、研究を止めるわけにはいかないので、
So even though Miss Tia's gone, the lab work can't just
だ
stop.
からすぐに研究が再開できるように、昼前に学院が急ぎで現場の清掃を行いました。
Then how are we supposed to do our investigation if they cleaned it up this morning?
もちろん清掃の前にこのフロアの環境はすべてスキャンされてデータとして保存されました。
And the whole scene might have been scammed and archived, but I don't think that's going to be the same thing as doing the investigation work
アクセ
ourselves.
スすればいつでも現場を復元できますので、調査には影響しません。
So you can access everything through the terminal and reconstruct it exactly as it was. It won't hinder the investigation. I'm fairly certain that it will, though. Her answer eased my concern. Alright. Tao's intel had already raised more than a few red flags. Whatever lay behind Miss Tia's death, I couldn't help but suspect it would somehow lead to Eda.
ああ、それからエッタの件でいろいろ助かるかもしれないから、学院に着いたらまずこの人を探してみるといいともおっしゃってました。
And so the woman we were supposed to look for, I'm fairly certain it was Tia, and she might be able to point us in the direction of, in Eda's direction. The fact that Miss Tia was killed right as I arrived, it felt way too convenient to be a coincidence. And if we had found the crime scene completely wiped clean before our investigation had even begun, it would have looked a lot like a cover-up, one orchestrated from the very top. People who got infected with the Honkai energy turned into zombies. Those with higher resistance turned into Honkai beasts, and those few with really high resistance survived long enough for a core created in them to turn them into... Okay, Hershers. Don't know what Honkai energy is, though. What's Honkai energy? Thankfully, that wasn't the case. Vidya walked straight to the lab bench, all focus. I remembered what she had said on the aircraft about sharpening her detective skills with mystery novels. Now, she finally had a chance to put them to use. I don't believe for 1 second that mystery novels will actually help her, but let's see what she can do. Alright, I'll let her take point this time. I'll back her up.
僕も手伝うぞ。怪しいものを探せばいいんだよね。
Just looking for anything weird, right? Something tells me Etchel will probably be really good at this because of her nose. Everyone had something to do, and of course, I wasn't about to just stand around. I moved over to Vidya's side, ready to help with the search.
分析員さん、 これを見てください。
Now, Adjutant, take a look at this. What is she gonna show me? She'd already found something. Waving a slim booklet in her hand, she passed it over. A day planner?
はい。被害者の昨日のスケジュールです。
This everyone the victim met with yesterday. Okay. She laid it open in front of me. Little better. June 15. Meetings. 8 a.m. Doris. Oop. 8:30. Mound. 11 a.m. Neon. 5 p.m. Doris. 7 p.m. Lizzie. So the last person she met was Doris. Two names stood out. Ones we hadn't encountered before. Maon and Neon. Who are they?
マオさんとネオンさんはうちの先生と同格で、それぞれタイタン物質開発研究室と生命科学研究室の責任者です。
Ooh. They're the heads of the Titan Sciences Lab and Life Sciences Lab. Miss Tia ever mentioned what those meetings were about?
そこまではちょっと。先生はあまりそういう話をしてくれないので。
Never shared that kind of thing with us.
でも、この前先生がいなくなったのと関係あるんじゃないかとは思います。
Wait, her disappearance or her murder? Cause wasn't she killed? Disappearance?
はい。実はこの前、先生は誰にも言わず、急にどこかへ行って、一時期音信不通になっていたのです。
So she had been gone for a while, totally off-grid, and only came back yesterday. No one knew where she had
せっ
been.
かく戻ってこられたのに、こんなことになるなんて。
For all that, she finally returned only to meet such a tragic end.
分析員さん、彼女が失踪していたのは身の危険を感じたからでは。
Do I think she had to go off the grid because she knew something? I think that is highly likely. I nodded. Biddy and I were clearly thinking along the same lines. Maybe Miss Tia had sensed danger and went into hiding to protect herself. Then, why come back, knowing the risk? Was it to help me?
ああ、それから
I'd feel bad if it
の
was to help
件
me.
でいろいろ助かるかもしれないから、学院に着いたらまずこの人を探してみるといいともおっしゃってました。
This is like the third time I've seen this flashback. That's true. And I owe it to her to uncover the truth. No matter what it takes.
分析。
Etchel's lively voice jolted me from my thoughts. She found something too? Find something, Etchel.
イチェル全部見てきたぞ。これが一番怪しいと思った。
Took a good look, and this thing seems super sketchy. What is it? He pointed at a large crate sitting on one of the tables. It gave off a faint glow, with a giant exclamation mark pointed across the front, practically shouting. Truth be told, I'd noticed it the moment we entered the lab, but it looked so obviously suspicious, I figured it couldn't possibly be relevant, so I left it for later. But now that Etchel had brought it up, I figured I might as well take a closer look. Miss Doris, do you know anything about this crate?
はい。こちらはマーベルズ保存用の金庫です。
So a containment case for metamorph embryos.
ええ。火が出現してから見られるようになった 不思議な性質を持つもののことです。このフロアの研究室で
So aside from each lab's core research, the main focus of the labs on this floor is the study of those
それぞれの
items.
課題以外に行っている最も大事な研究がマーベルズに関する研究です。
Objects that began exhibiting abnormal properties after the tree appeared.
はい。
Tree.
つまり世界に異変をもたらしたデンドロンです。
Very phenomenon that brought anomalies into our
数
world.
年前、フィロゾアのデンドロンは近くに存在するものに変異をもたらして特殊な力を付与することが発覚しました。
A few years ago, researchers discovered that the tree in Pelosia was affecting nearby objects, infusing them with strange properties and, in some cases, supernatural
しかも
abilities.
その変異はデンドロンに近づけば近づくほど頻繁に起こります。
So the closer something was to the tree's core, the more likely it was to the transformation. The
特
more
殊
likely
な
the
力を付
transformation.
与されたもののことを学院はマーベルズと呼んで研究を始めたんです。
The Acropolis classified these objects as metamorph curios, items altered by the tree's influence. And that's when full-scale research began.
量子科学分野に関わりそうなマーベルズは私の研究室に送られます。
So any curios displaying quantum anomalies are transferred to our lab for further analysis. That's quite the reaction. Are these changes permanent?
いえ、変異は一時的なもので、デンドロンからしばらく離れると溶けるのです。だから研究で使うためにそうならないように特殊な入れ物で保存しています。
Okay, So their altered state is highly unstable. Once a curios leaves the tree's core zone, its anomalous properties begin fading rapidly. That's why we keep them sealed in specialized containment
それから
units.
木から離れれば離れるほど変異の消える速度は速くなります。距離が一定以上になると方法を問わず変異の保持は不可能になります。
So the further they get from the tree, the faster the reversion happens, and once they're beyond a certain range, there's no method to stop them from returning to ordinary objects. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. I could only imagine the chaos if these objects, with powers like that, were to spread unchecked across the world. Still, I couldn't help wondering, was this phenomenon unique to the tree in Pelosia? Or did all trees carry the same hidden potential, just waiting to awaken?
事件現場にこんなものがありましたか。
Is there an object like this right at the crime scene? I'm with Vidya. This is
この事件
suspicious.
急に本格ミステリーから変革になっちゃいましたね。
The case just shifted from a classic whodunit to something straight out of a paranormal mystery.
まあ生命草が出てきたところで本格とは言えなくなりましたが、
Although to be fair, we've been well outside the boundaries of any normal case since we found out about the Zophoros. Vidya adjusted her glasses with a hint of wonder, but the next moment her sharp gaze suddenly snapped toward
では
Doris.
もう一つお聞きしたいのですが、その箱に入っていたマーベルズは何ですか？
Okay, so what exactly is the curio inside the
研究
case?
に用いられるものでしたら、金庫から出した後少しの間であれば変異をというか特殊能力を保てるということですね。
I am not breathing properly. Or I might just be tired. If it's approved for research, then that must mean it retains its anomalous, or should I say special properties, even briefly, outside the container.
今日入ってるマーベルズは
A rice
炊飯
cooker?
器ですね。
That must make some magic fucking
炊
rice.
飯器？
Lydia's freshly adjusted glasses nearly slipped down her nose. I mean, if I had glasses, they'd probably do
登
the
録
same
番
thing.
号 YX332 炊飯器。強烈な吸引力を持つマーベルズで起動すると 周辺1メートルにあるものをすべてお釜の中に吸い込むのです。
So the rice cooker, cataloged as item YX332, exhibits a powerful suction effect on nearby objects. Once activated, it pulls any items within a 1 cubic meter radius and stores them
吸い込み
inside.
の対象は無生物限定で、物の大きさなどを無視します。変異が解けると、吸い込んだものを全部吐き出します。
So this suction effect only affects inanimate objects and completely disregards their size. Once the effect ends, it ejects everything it has absorbed. So, regardless of how big it is, so long as it is an inanimate object, it will suck them inside and then eject them at some point. If something like that were ever deployed on the battlefield... I shook the thought from my mind and refocused. Vidya pressed on.
登録番号 YX332?
YX?
確か生命草の登録番号は YXS9543 でしたよね。登録番号に何か意味はありますか？
If I'm not mistaken, Miss Tia's Zophoros was cataloged as YX9543. Do these codes follow a particular system?
もしかしてその生命草もマーベルスなんですか？アクロポリス学院は生命体を使って実験を。
So was the Zophoros also a metamorph curio? Is the Academica Acropolis experimenting on living organisms?
違います。そんなの。
So, we're misunderstanding
登
something
録番号
here.
についてる YX はマーベルス、YXS は派生仕様を意味します。生命草はマーベルズの研究で得た副産物といいますか。
So YX stands for prototype. It's the prefix we use for
とにかく
oops.
作品は生体
I
実験なん
accidentally
て
pressed
恐
the
ろしい
space
こと
button.
だけは。
Sorry. We would never use living beings for that kind of
な
experiment.
るほど。理解しました。
Right. These curios couldn't be used on a large scale, but the Acropolis had still managed to extract valuable technologies through studying them. Still, something Doris had said earlier stuck in my mind. Ms. Doris, you mentioned that the rice cooker was today's item. Does that mean the contents of this case were swapped out daily?
はい。研究で使うと変異を失うので、使用済みのマーベルズは汚染エリアの研究基地に送り返されます。
So after each day's so the curio only property only lasts until a day, and then it loses it. So at the day's end, it is sent back to the research station in the contaminated section.
そこでもう一度汚染にさらして変異を回復させるんです。
Okay, so they take it back to the contamination section, where it's saturated with Titagen again, and then they bring it back for more study. So they're deliberately sending objects into the contaminated section to let them absorb Titagen contamination, and then retrieving them for study. It's hard to know what to make of it. Ever since the trees first appeared, a race in tree-focused research had been ongoing all over the world. And Yggdrasil had certainly been a part of that race as well. At least the Acropolis limited itself to working with non-living matter. That much stayed within ethical bounds. So, what's the transport procedure for these curios? When do they usually arrive and depart?
また移送時刻はだいたい毎朝の9時ですね。
So around 9 a.m. every
そこで金庫内
morning.
に入ってるマーベルズを取り替えます。移送作業は全部タイタン物質開発研究室が担当しています。
Process is handled by the Titan Lab.
マーベルズが現れたのもそこの皆さんのおかげですから。
Without them, we wouldn't even have access to the curios. Okay. Let's see. The Life Sciences Lab, the Titan Sciences Lab. Both were now key targets in our investigation. Oh, more beeping. Suddenly, the corridor alarm blared to life again.
なんだこれは。
Ah, Freetia.
ああ、フロアの警報器ですね。フリティア先輩、もしかして何かヤバいもの持ってるの？
I mean, she is a manifestation.
そうなんだ。まあ細かいことは気にしないでよ。つまりは持ってるよ。
So she's packing a little something something.
昔の私も理事みたいに
Back in the
学
day,
問一筋だったけど、ユードラシルに入ってからは百戦錬磨なんだから。
Nose deep in research, but ever since I joined Yggdrasil, let's just say I've seen plenty. Yes, you have.
ちょっとだけ危ないものを持ち歩いててもおかしくないでしょ。
Hearing a few spicy toasts is only logical, yes. Their voices were getting closer, and before long, they reached the lab
分
entrance.
析員来たよ。
Oh, we're here.
一番大事な捜査段階に乗り遅れてないよね。
Hope I didn't miss the juiciest part of the investigation. You're just in time. Did you run all the way here? Holding up okay?
安心しなって。今のフリティア先生はドトーに着替えてるから、ちょっと走っただけじゃ全然問題ないよ。
So, I don't know what turbo gear is, but I'm assuming that helps her out somehow.
私もいるよ。分析員お兄ちゃん。
Oh boy. Lizzie. Did the week by taking for a free tea? Hearing the energy back in her voice, I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Then, a completely unexpected voice chimed in.
私もいますよ。分析員お兄ちゃん。
Mr. Adjutant, I'm here too. Who is this? Looks like a fridge. What is that thing? I rubbed my eyes, Lydia and Etchel clutching my arms on either side. And there, falling behind Freetia and Lizzie was, okay, I had no idea what. A talking refrigerator.
ふふふふふふ。
That is quite the laugh. Freetia stood tall, with her hands on her hips, chest puffed out, and let out a smug little hum through her nose. I assume tall is in parentheses because she's short.
気づいた？
I see you all
びっくりしたでしょ？
noticed. Pretty jaw-dropping, huh?
フリティア先生とリジが一緒に開発した。
So, Lizzie and I built it. Oh.
はじめまして。自動販売機の
A
自販
vending
機です。
machine! Is this the vending machine that got reincarnated in a dungeon?
いえ、違う。もう自販機じゃなくなったからね。
So it was a vending machine originally.
何か飲みませんか？言っておきますが、は絶対にないですからね。
I'm not making fun of your waifu. I'm just stating facts. She is short. She's tiny. You like a can of soda? Fair warning, not even a thirsty stray dog would go near a can of...
ちょっと待って。変だな。自販機のプログラムは消したはずなのに。
I'm surprised she didn't delete the vending machine script already.
分析員？違うからね。確かに自販機だったけど、時間がなかったから身近なものから改造するしかなかったの。
Though it used to be a vending machine. Short on time and had to rework an old unit instead of building one from
だ
scratch.
が、もう自販機とは全くの別物になっているからね。1000万件もの判例を入れて AI システムまで書き換えて完全に生まれ変わったの。
But now it's completely different. I fed it 10 million case files, swapped out the AI core, and gave it a brand new mission in life.
フリティア先輩すっごく天才な名前をつけましたよね。その名前はなんと
I am dreading to know what the name Rita gave it
宇
is.
宙一激烈スーパー有能何でも解明真実はいつも一つそれを見つけてみせる自動調査機
Oh my god, how do you say that in one breath? Let's see. Ultra unstoppable, overpowered, truth busting. There's only one truth. I'll get to the bottom of it, Detective Bot. Holy shit. A little too on the nose. Lizzie rushed through the absurd name in one breath and gasped for air, as her bright, excited voice suddenly caught with a waver of sorrow and determination.
これで真実を見つけよう
Yes, we can use this to uncover the truth.
先生を殺した真犯人をね
Yep, we are gonna find Mystia's perpetrator. Don't worry, we're already on that path. I offered her a steady reassurance. Clenched her fist and nodded with quiet resolve.
それじゃあ宇宙一激烈スーパー有能5本とにかくなんとか調査機の使い方を今から説明するね
So she gave it the name, but she can't even call it by its full name. Well done, Professor Fritia. Despite being the one who named it, Fritia clearly hadn't committed the whole mouthful to memory. She stumbled halfway through.
判例を AI にいっぱいぶち込んだ上で学院から事件現場の環境データをダウンロードしてきたよ
So aside from stuffing the AI full of case files, Lizzie and I also uploaded the crime scene's environmental data straight from the Acropolis's
だから
archives.
分析員は自販機の投影するホログラムから自由自在に現場を調査できるんだ
You'll be able to investigate the entire scene using the hologram projections, Adjutant.
それ
Sorry
から
about that. I almost
現場
fell
を
asleep.
投影で
I'm
再現
honestly
する
really
時
tired right now, so
私
after
が
this,
使った
I'm gonna head to
プログラム
bed.
は分析の補助をしたりよく調べた方がいいところをまるで囲んだりするの
Oh, and while you're reconstructing the program I designed, will highlight key areas for you to focus on.
AI が事件に関する重大な手がかりを見つけたら赤文字の印を置くようになってるんだ
Anything the AI deems relevant will be marked bright red.
ま、説明するだけじゃわからないよね簡単だからまず自分で試してみて
It's kind of hard to explain with words, but don't worry, once you try it, you'll get the hang of it right away. As she spoke, Fritia gave the detective bot a few encouraging
自
pats.
動調査機調査モード起動
Right, and
カチャリ
initiate
プログラム起
investigation
動中
mode.
です君もきっと誰かのお日様ポカポカヘッド
So, craving peak performance, crack a peak dew. Sweet, refreshing, and guaranteed to keep your brain
違
buzzing.
う報告を流さなくていいから早く調査モードになって
This is making it hard to take this thing seriously. Yes, please just run the
プ
investigation
ログラ
mode.
ムを起動する前に広告を流すのは私の基本設定になっております
So we need a premium membership.
メンバーシップに加入してください
And according to core protocol, content must play before program execution. To skip ads, please upgrade to premium membership. Oh my god.
初期化するときにシステムの基本設定を変え忘れたみたいであ
Ha 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 ha. Yeah,
あ
obviously.
とりあえずこれで我慢するしかないね後で時間が取れたらプログラムを書き直すから
They were in such a rush, they might have skipped a few cleanup steps, but they'll patch it up later.
分
Okay.
析員さん本当に使っても大丈夫ですか
You know what? I'm kind of with Vidya. I don't know if this is gonna work anymore. While Fritia busied herself fiddling with the bot's interface, Echo leaned in and tugged gently
分
at my
析
sleeve.
イチェルポカポカヘッドが飲みたい
Oh my god. Echo! No, you cannot have a can of Peak Dew. At the same time, Etchel tugged on my jacket from the other side. I'll get you some later, Etchel. I gave her a gentle pat on the head, then turned back to Vidya. Let's put our faith in Freety and Lizzie. Yeah, it looks a bit sketchy, but something tells me it's going to help us more than we expect. After about 15 seconds, just long enough for the ad to finish, the robot finally booted up properly. Give me a second, I'm going to stretch a bit. So, some basic stretches here, hang on. So, figured I'd show you guys my cat very briefly.
カチャリ調査モードロード中環境データを読み込みます量子科学研究室記録時間6月16日午前7時32分
Investigation mode uploading environmental data. Quantum Sciences Lab, recorded at 7:32 a.m. June 16th. Oh. Okay. Investigation is starting.
なんか出た
Oh, that's a cute Echo right there. Little chibi Echo.
でもこの投影
Oh, and a chibi
今
video.
とあんまり変わらないような
It looks almost identical to the
これ
current
は
scene.
私が特別に設計した見比べ調査モードだよ
Oh, that's also cute. 3D chibi. That's the magic of it. This is my custom-built comparative investigation mode.
怪しいなと思ったところこうして指でポチッと押せば事件当時の情報が出てくるんだよ
So just tap on a suspicious spot to pull up information from the time of the crime to analyze it. And there's me with my sunglasses as always. Alright, let's give it a try. Developed by the Quantum Sciences Lab, this unit was designed for brain-machine interface control, allowing the user to operate it through neural signals. When linked to a dedicated transmission device, the robot can be directed purely by thought. Due to limitations in the current tech and materials, mass production remains unfeasible. Status: operational. Ooh, last activation sequence, June 15, 5:50 p.m. Remained active until battery depleted. System was booted, but no record of physical movement
この
detected.
調査機結構物々しいですねこれを使えば簡単に犯行を行いますし研究室に入らない前提で現場を密室にすることも可能でしょう
Possible red herring,
それに
maybe.
最後に起動されたのは6月15日の午後5時50分事件が起きた時と近いですね
Yes, it does.
ですが調査機が動いた痕跡はありませんねそういえばフリティ
Not
ア
sure
先
what
生
that means.
この調査機の起動ログ信憑性はありますか
Can we trust the activation log? Any chance it's been tampered with? I'm actually with her.
一回確認したんだけど 書き換えられた痕跡はなかったよ。
If Freetia says she ran a full integrity check and there were no signs of tampering, then I guess that's gotta be true.
ならただその瞬間まで研究をしていただけでしょうか。被害者の死によって電源を切ることができなかったとか。
Oh, then maybe it was just running some routine tests? No one left to shut it down, so it stayed on until the battery ran out. Could this robot really have been used for remotely completing the murder and staging a fake crime scene? Neural control robot has been logged as potentially relevant. Okay. Nothing. This thing. To stabilize the volatile properties of the quantum-type curio, this storage unit is reinforced with advanced isolation technology. Items stored within retain their anomalous properties with minimal decay. Note: stored item on June 14, ID YX332 rice cooker. Stored item on June 15, ID YX111 observer's blade removed and transferred on June 16 at 9 a.m. So a blade was used here. For detailed anomaly data on ID YX111 observer's blade and ID YX332 rice cooker, please consult the respective lab's researcher or an authorized staff member. If unavailable, contact the Titan Sciences Lab
登
supervisor.
録番号 YX111 の観測の刃ですね。
So the observer's blade, what exactly are its properties?
それは私にもよくわかりません。
Wakarimasen.
よくわからない。
So wakarimasen and wakaranai, same exact thing. The same word.
リリアさん、急にそんな怖い話し方やめてください。嘘じゃないんです。私ただのヒラ研究員ですから。マーベルズなら何でも知ってるわけじゃ。
Not all the curios get assigned to her.
大体の研究は先生一人で進めていたので、詳しさで先生に勝る人はいませんよ。
So Tia does most of the analysis herself, and she's the one who understands the items inside and
でも
out.
タイタン物質開発研究室の方に調査に役立つ研究報告書が見つかるかもしれないと思います。
So it looks like we might need to go to the Titan Sciences
完
Lab
成
at
し
some
たマー
point.
ベルズの研究報告書は最終的にそこへ送ることになっていますので。
So all final documentation of the curios is filed there in the end. Ms. Dory, mind if I ask something as well?
どうぞ。
Dozo. How exactly is this case opened?
金庫ならパスワードで解錠するか自動解錠するまで待つしかないですね。
So it can be unlocked two ways, either a password or automatically reset time slots.
はい。研究または移送の時間帯になると自動的に解錠するように設定されています。
Okay, so it opens during the transfer window. So once in the morning and once in
研
the
究を
evening.
する時間帯は毎日午前10時から12時、午後2時から4時の間で、その間には研究員なら自由に金庫を開けられます。
So 10 a.m. to noon and again 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Researchers are free to access the containment
移
case.
送の場合は毎日午前9時から9時10分ですね。
And then the transfer window is 9 to 9:10 a.m. each day.
その時間帯以外での解錠はパスワードが必要です。
Outside those times, you need a password. Okay. Who knows the
パ
password?
スワードを知っているのは金庫の管理責任者だけです。
Only the assigned supervisor for the containment
パスワードを
case.
変えたいなら学院に申請届を出すとか大変な手続きをたくさんしないといけません。
So if someone else wants a password, they have to file a formal request with the Acropolis, which is not easy. So aside from those brief windows, only the supervisor can open
はい
it.
あ、そういえば確かこの金庫って中に入ってるものを写真で記録する機能があったような。
Oh, so there's
昨
photos
日
of
入
it.
ってたのは確か短冊の刃だっけ。その写真確認できるんだよね。
Right, let's see if we can do that.
金庫に入れられたマーベルズは移送するときに写真を撮ることになってるんです。
So the system takes 2 photos of each curio as part of the transfer
マーベル
protocol.
ズが届いたときに状態記録として撮り、移送前に盗難と紛失がないようにもう一回撮るんです。
So when it arrives and again when it's swapped. Can we access the photos of the observer's
や
blade
ってみる
now?
ね。写真見るだけならパスワードなしでもいけるはずだし。
Good job.
あった、分析員お兄ちゃん。これは
Done.
今日の午前9時マーベルズの移送前に撮った写真だね。
Here's the one taken today at 9 a.m. before it was shipped out. The image flickered into view, a small, blade-like object wrapped entirely in white cloth. It's like a dagger under there. It's hard to make out any real detail. I'm
これ
wondering,
ってずっと布がかぶったままですか？
has it always been stored in a cover like this? I was thinking the same thing. Hey, you! So look at my son. He's here with us now. Lydia voiced the same thought that had crossed
こ
my
れはそうなりますね。私が初めてこのマーベルズを見た時も布がかぶってました。
worst side is
マーベ
already
ルズは
wrapped.
特殊な方法で保管しなきゃいけないケースもあるみたい。
At
反則
stream,
の
let's
刃にとって
fucking
布がその
go!
方法なのかもね。
Some curios require special preservation methods. That cloth might be part of its setup.
なるほど。昨日の記録も見せてもらえますか？
Photos, can we pull up yesterday's and compare? He's probably gonna go off soon. Within moments, the log from 9 a.m. on June.
待ってください。この布、
Wait a second, this
今日
cloth,
の写真に写ってるのと
It's
違
different.
いませんか？
same as.
布って毎日変えないといけないのですか？
Is it normal to swap the cloth regularly? So
さあ、それは。でも
Doris doesn't know.
先生が昔これの研究をしていた時も適当な布切れをかぶせてた気がします。
Is any cloth over it?
なんだか怪しいですね。
Something about that
この
seems
マーベルスの
sus.
特徴をもう少し知れればいいのですが。
And pull that up somewhere. We'll get those once we speak to with the Titan lab. Metamorph Curio, Containment Case, Observer's Blade, and a log potentially relevant data. Outside of the auto lock periods, only the assigned supervisor with the password can open the Metamorph Curio containment case. The Quantum Science Lab's dedicated server unit. It runs continuously, generating a steady stream of heat into the room. Nothing unusual detected before or after the incident. There we go. A piece of specialized equipment used in the Quantum Sciences Lab. This unit is directly linked to YXS-233 Neurocontrol Robot. First glance, nothing seems out of place. It's equipment.
この装置で意識疎通をとってあの調査機を操作するみたい。
Oh, it's
特
used
に
to
おか
control
し
the
いところ
robot
はないか
remotely.
も。
It hasn't
お
been
かしい
tested
ぞ。
yet. But Etchel thinks something is off. Alright, what is it, Etchel?
行ってみたかっただけ。
So basically, she just wanted to be like, the perpetrator is in this room. Ooh. Accidentally. I accidentally press the button here to unmute my microphone.
分析員、今のイチェルかっこよかっただろ
Oh, Etchel, you are a priceless treasure. Definitely. You were so cool. There's got to be something more over here. Oop. Oop. Excuse me. Nope. Oh.
ここも調べられるのか
And check the floors too.
ポチポチ
Don't poke it, Etchel. A photo projection popped up as Etchel eagerly poked the screen with her
こ
finger.
の暴れたような痕跡って
Look like signs of a struggle.
被害者は無抵抗に殺されたわけじゃないってこと
They
です
say
ね
the victim didn't resist at all. Didn't.
でもおかしいですね
Something's
地
not
面に
adding.
はそんなに血痕がついてませんよそれに被害者の傷からすると現場が綺麗すぎます何か特別なもので清掃したんですかね
Given the number and severity of the wounds, there should have been much more blood. It's way too clean. The photo, with scene wiped down with some sort of
それはない
solvent.
と思うよ現場には有機溶剤を使った痕跡が見当たらなかったし
Britia didn't detect anything. Slight scuff marks indicating struggle and unusually clean floor have been logged as potentially relevant evidence. So she was supposed to be slumped over her seat, though. Ah, here we are.
分析員さん
This is
被
where
害
the
者の
victim
遺
was
体は
found.
ここにありましたね発見時この椅子に
In
座
this
って
chair,
機
slumped
材の
over
場
the
所に伏してい
workstation.
たようですどうやら審理長で説明された通り被害者の指は机に設置された安全ボタンに置かれていたようです
So, and her finger was resting on this button right. That's why the case was classified a locked room. Even when I first saw the crime scene photos, something felt off. There's more than one button here, isn't
ボ
there?
タンの役目も調べておいたよ左か
So
ら
Fritia looked
麻
into
酔
it.
ガスドアロッ
Knockout
ク
gas,
被害者の
lockdown,
指が置いていたのは麻酔ガスとドアロックの一
and the
括
one
ボ
she
タンだ
pressed
ね
to switch. So this green one triggers both
これを
systems.
押せば2つの安全装置が同時に作動するってわけ
So why is there a need for? Oh, I mean, I guess there could be a use for the lockdown. Interesting.
密室を解く鍵はこのボタンと
The
関
whole
係があるので
locked
しょうか
room setup might hinge
や
on
っ
that
ぱり拉致が
detail.
開きません
Even
ね
now, I still
何
can't
かが
piece
足
the
りない
full
ようです
picture together. Right, something is
こ
missing.
こにもう少し情報があるよこっちを見てみて
Okay, so there's one more victim report. Victim report. Name Tia. Time of death June 15, 6:12 p.m. Updated. The victim was found slumped over a workstation located approximately 5 meters from the security door. A finger resting on the concealed emergency button. 4 deep stab wounds to the chest were found. The lungs and heart were severely damaged. Cause of death, internal trauma, and massive blood loss. Forensics confirmed the wounds match a specialized dissection scalpel found at the scene. The scalpel is believed to be the murder weapon. Aside from the wounds and bloodstains on her clothing, no significant blood traces were found at the scene.
このメスは研究室に元からあったものですか
Scalpel standard lab equipment.
生
No.
命検専用のものだよ
So the dissection scalpel is from the Life Sciences lab. So the murder weapon originated from the Life Sciences lab?
そうだけど生命検の人に聞いてみたら誰かにこっそり持ち出されたかもって言ってたよ
That's a little sus that they'd say it was stolen without them
こっ
noticing.
そり持ち出されたですかメスの出所は後で生命科学研究室に詳しく聞いてみましょう
I guess this means we're gonna have to go to both the Titan Sciences lab and the Life Sciences lab. Between the button and the scalpel, a few other things in this report also stood out. Victim report and emergency buttons have been logged as potentially relevant evidence. Statement, logged as potentially relevant testimony. The scalpel found at the scene originated from the Life Sciences Lab. Investigation. After wrapping up the crime scene investigation, I noticed Vidya standing still, her eyes unfocused, clearly deep in thought. Vidya, something click?
分析員さん、さっきから明らかに変なものがあると思います。
Something that's been gnawing on her. I agree, something doesn't add up. I've been feeling it too. I already had my suspicions. Question was, had Vidya picked up on the same thing? I'm sure whichever one of these I choose, it's not gonna matter. But I'm gonna go with the blood. Because there wasn't enough.
そうです、血痕です。違和感があったの、まさにそれです。
She can't stop
被
thinking
害者にも
about
現場にも血痕が少なすぎます。
it. Right? There's far too little.
やっぱりおかしいですよ。
Doesn't make
普
sense.
通なら刺された箇所から血が大量に吹き出るはずですから。
Right, arterial spray, splatter patterns,
な
something.
のに現場と被害者にも血痕が少なすぎます。
Which means
わかりました、分析員さん。つまり
this can only mean one thing.
あの傷は死後にできたものです。
They were inflicted after the
死後心臓が止まるので刺されても血液が吹き出すことはありません。
I wonder if this is actually true. I don't know a whole lot about stabbing someone, so
被害者の死因は他にあると思います。
the death must have been something else entirely. And yet the forensics reports claimed it was blood loss. So, figure out what that means. Failed to oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what's happening here? Something weird is going on. Failed to reconnection failed. Return to login screen. I don't what the What is this? Icky. Okay, so this isn't just a me thing. I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on. Ooh. Aren't you lucky? Go ahead, rub it in. Come on. You can just tell me about how this never happened to you. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to redo all of that, but it's gonna be other time. I am exhausted. I'm gonna head out. I'm probably gonna get like a 30-minute power nap. And guys, I appreciate you guys a lot. Did the weeb call upon there, welcome. Tin Can. I know Milk's not here anymore, but thank you guys. I'll probably, if I have to I'll find out if I have to redo this, and if I do, I'll redo this before my next stream. Also, Sinvico, thank you for the follow. Saw that. Well, Sinvico followed me for you. I appreciate it. Because I'm so guys, you'll have a great day. Hope you have a great rest of your week. It's Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday, which means I hope that your Friday is incredible. And then, we got the weekend. This is him. It's right here. Nike. Oh, he's scratching. Scratchy thing. Yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow, most likely. So same time, probably 11, 12-ish. But you guys stay frosty. Thank you for joining. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys hopping in for me. You guys have a good one. 君が家を出て行け